What do we got going on here? Let's see if this thing works. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, that's what we like to see. What do we have tonight? I saw Pilot Don in here. Good to see you, Pilot Don. Keith! My boom mic, it's gotten bigger. I mean, I could run the double microphone and we could be all cool and shit, but this microphone, the light's off and this microphone's not plugged in. So I could put this here and I could feel like a real Twitch broad. Hello, how are you doing today? But we're not going to do that. It's not the size of the boom mic that matters, Keith. Just going to say that. It's good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Assad! Good to see Assad. Steve Jobs, Pablo LeChuck. Give PM6, AJ Sanders. Thinking about? Good to see you. The picture should be there. If you're missing the picture, maybe refresh the stream. Because I'm showing the plane and you can see me. Get PM6. Good to see you, buddy. I said hello to thinking about, but hello again, thinking about. Oh my God. Quantity, welcome aboard. S1MS, good to see you. New Flyer, welcome aboard. FSE Tony B. Lufthansa 748, good to see you. Frank T. The myth, the man. We'll just go with the myth. I like the myth. Man and legend is, well, we'll go with the myth. Tech Claw, good to see you, man. Dave, HC mentioned Grand Canyon frequency. Nice, Keith. Steve Jobs, yeah, this is a beta version of the 738. It's coming, man. May 1st. We'll talk about that some more. Whizball, good to see you, buddy. Heads up display, welcome aboard. Sniper Full, good to see you. X-Plane Junkie, King Twinkie, good to see you guys. P3D Flyer, welcome aboard. At Jonesy, welcome aboard. At Jonesy, dude, I forgot how to say your name already. So we're just gonna call you Jonesy. Jonesy, good to see you, buddy. Oh my God, Mac Track, welcome aboard. All sorts of people in here. Alec the Nowak, good to see you, buddy. Pilot Brandon, welcome aboard. Camero, good to see you, man. Major 76, Biker Dude 37, Lumberhacks, good to see you, Brendan. Welcome aboard, buddy. Tricky Productions, happy Friday. Sixness, good to see you, man. Jonathan Cordova, let his wife fly X-Plane and apparently she crashed. At least that's what I'm assuming. Can't wait to hear the story how we already got but they gave it to me. In player, good to see you, buddy. Chris Cap, welcome aboard. Kevin Myers, good to see you, Kevin. Gay Lawler. Gay Lawler, good to see you, man. I'm not sure. I have no idea on that name. If I were any more energetic, we'd bust. I know, man. It's a good day. I haven't even started drinking yet. Parachute in case this thing crashes. Well, we'll hope not, man. I haven't actually flown this plane yet, so this is going to be an experience for us all. I'm assuming that my extensive knowledge of, well, really nothing is going to help me in this. Keith says, I've genuinely never heard anybody so happy to see Kevin Myers. Tom J.H. Page, good to see you, man. Lumberhacks, I said hello to you, man. I said hello like 3 times. I even gave you a good to see you. Drama Tech. I think I already said hello to Drama Tech, but it's good to see you. Onyx, welcome aboard. X-Plane Master, nice to see you as well. Good to see everybody here. All right, what else do we have to do to get ready? We got the weather, we got the charts, we got the plane, we got the sim. We got some other motherfuckers out here, too. There's one. Uh-oh. Okay, good. There's 2 and a 3. So what do we got? We got 2 MD-80s and an A320 joining us, it looks like. Nice. I'm excited to fly this plane. I've been putting this one off for a while. Cranky, good to see you, buddy. Dude, okay, Cranky, I've had this same haircut for like 20 years now, for better or worse. Jerks, good to see you, man. Thinking about, we're starting in Austin tonight. Chaos. Let's take a look at this airport. Austin Bergstrom, I think, is the name of the airport. Flying up to the new, we're going to fly up to the new Dallas-Fort Worth scenery, and then we're going to continue up to the old, well, sort of old now, Denver scenery. Up in, well, Colorado, Denver. We'll go with it. Stealth, good to see you, Bob. Tango 1A, no problem, man. Tango 1A sent me a pretty awesome email this week, and I was deeply touched by it. I actually mean that. Happy landings 23. Welcome aboard, buddy. Look at those clouds. Yeah, no kidding. No SkyMax in here. I'm interested in hearing what people's thoughts on the weather connector are, though. Alright, let's put you away. It is Bergstrom. Oh, nice, man. 11 o'clock and 13 miles. Wow, that ends abruptly. Okay. Hey, it's Friday. It's good to see you guys. My wife's out of town this weekend. I had to leave the house this morning and pretend that I wasn't as excited as I was about being in bachelor mode for the weekend. So to start this off, I ordered a stuffed crust pepperoni lovers pizza from Pizza Hut on the way home, and I haven't had one of those in probably like 6 or 7 years. Probably, actually might even be closer to 8, because I'm not sure I've had one since my wife and I have started dating. And so I grabbed one of those on the way home. I promptly devoured way more of it than I should have. Poured myself a nice glass of wine, and here we are. But it's good to see you guys. Yeah, so we got the x737 by EADT. Benedict was nice enough to send me an advance copy of this. He actually sent this to me about a month and a half ago through the advice of one of the I believe X-Plane Junkie perhaps sent it over or got me involved. A member of the community put him in touch with me, and we're going to be flying this today. This thing is getting pretty close to being done. Like the changes that they're making now are things like they're adjusting the values on the sound subsystem. But for the most part, I think the systems are in place, and I think it's kind of where they want it to be. This is going to be super notable. If you guys haven't seen this thing, this has been a freeware product that has been out for ages, and this is a 3D cockpit version that's going to be coming out here on May 1st. And, X-Pilot 99. Sorry, man. It was X-Pilot 99. Good to see you, buddy. And thank you for putting him in touch with me as well. So we're going to be flying this thing, and it's my first time. It's actually my first time flying the plane outside of, like, running some pattern work. So I'm kind of excited about this. And we're going to be connected to Pilot Edge, but off the network. Because I don't necessarily want to stress myself in a brand new plane that I've never touched by also flying on the network. And I really wanted to show off this Dallas-Fort Worth scenery that just came out this week. Chicago Fly, good to see you, buddy. Majidgani from London, UK. Good to see you, man. Kaiser Egg, welcome aboard. S1MS, good to see you as well. 14 days until it comes out, yeah. I did want to do one quick shout-out, though. I got a beer sent to me on, well, it was this morning, actually, from a Trekkie 80. And I want to shout out to Callum and Emily. They are apparently, their 1-year anniversary is on the 18th, and they both spend time together watching my streams. I think that's kind of crazy, personally, but that's really awesome. So shout out to Callum and Amy. Callum and Emily, I'm sorry. Callum and Emily. Amy is the other girl. We don't want to talk about her. And thank you for sending me over the beer. Yeah, we're flying outside of the coverage area. Sorry. Connected to Pilot Edge. Yeah, sorry. We're connected to Pilot Edge, but outside the coverage area. Connected to Pilot Edge, but off the network. Actually doesn't make any sense, does it? So here we are. It's the X737. This is going to be a freeware plane. Now, it's a freeware plane, but we are going to be running the 20-pound or the 20-euro FMC add-on, X737. So the plane is free, and it'll run with the default FMC, and it'll work. I think you can probably use it with X737, but it also with XFMC. But you can also buy X737, which I believe is by the same guy that does UFMC and also does the FMC for the 747. You can buy that and add it to the plane, and it runs in the 3D cockpit and all that good stuff. I really know how to fly this thing. So it's gonna be a fun evening, I think. But I think we'll find a way to make do. and if we don't find a way to make do, who cares? We're gonna have a good time not doing or doing something. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna kick on the battery. And I don't know how to turn the ground power on. There's a menu over here where you're supposed to be able to do stuff like fuel the plane. And I would assume also turn the ground power on, but I don't know how to do that. So we're just going to go straight to the APU. And we'll hold that down for a couple of seconds there. Let that thing kick on, and there it goes. I don't have any checklists or anything for this either. I'm basically running off of what I know from the 732 and hoping to God that that's going to be enough. Like, I'm assuming there's some Addons alignment buttons on here somewhere, but we'll get there. So wait for the APU EGT to come up. We'll wait for the APU gen lights to come on. We'll turn one of the fuel pumps on too. There it goes. Kick you on. Kick you on. Crank on the yaw damper. We're going to go left to right here. Okay, that's already on normal. Nope, go back to normal. That's on normal, that's on normal, that's on normal. So that's good, that's where we want it to be. Come back to the fuel pumps later. Second panel, we took care of the battery. That's on, that's good, that's good, that's good. Generators are where we want them. Middle panel, emergency exit lights are armed. Seatbelt signs will just bring on right now. Above the APU light, it says ground power. Yeah, but that only works. That only works if you have a GPU hooked up to it. Otherwise, that doesn't do anything. At least that shouldn't do anything. Anyway, that's the third panel. We'll turn the window heats on. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. We'll turn on both the hydro pumps because I'm just going to do that. And then we will come over to the final panel. Turn the recirc fan to auto. Turn the recirc fan to auto. We will turn on APU bleed. That's going to bring the left pack on. We're going to open the isolation valve. That's going to bring the right pack on. And the altitude we're going to be flying at for the first flight is 29,000 feet. 29,000 feet. There we go. And we'll let that go. That's the overhead panel. That's good. We'll go ahead and pop on down now here. So we are going to go to position in it, and then chaos. Chaos right there. I don't actually know if this needs to go through an alignment procedure. It doesn't appear that it needs to go through an alignment procedure, so that's kind of fortunate. So we're not going to worry about that. Head over to the route tab. Chaos, we're going with KDFW. KDFW. Boom, boom, boom. Every time you push a button, it gets a little slow. Ooh, yeah. That's a good sound. And then to the departing and arriving page. Departing chaos on 17 right. And let me check my flight plan here. LOL. The departure is literally named LOL. God damn it. So we're going to be on the LOL-1 departure. That's him. We're going to the force transition. That's right there. Oh shit. No. No, I didn't mean to do that. 17 right. LOL-1. Force. Exact that. And then we're just going straight to an arrival. It's going to be the BOOV 3. So Dallas Fort Worth arriving. We're going to plan for ILS 17 right. And it's going to be the BOOV 3. That's going to be the guts transition. Let us also pop over to... What am I looking for here? I need to find the chart. That's not the chart. That's FMS Data Manager. I need to find the chart. The fuck are my charts at? I closed them. Didn't know they're right there. Alright. I'm going to look at Dallas Fort Worth. We're going to look at 17 right. Check the ILS on that. We'll put in nets. We'll put in the nets transition. Or we'll put in transition nets. This one has a transition of guts. We already put in guts, didn't we? Okay. Yeah, we did. All right. Go to the legs tab. And really? The first waypoint is going to be Walmart? Texas, man. Texas. I swear. Oh, my God. RNAV departures. So it's going to be vectors to Walmart. And then LOL. And then 4s. All right. And then we'll grab Guts here. We'll put him up there in the discontinuity. Top of climb, top of descent. And then EGADS, FDub, Kilo, all that good stuff. All the way down to B-Own. We're going to grab Nets, put it up there. I'll just get rid of that discontinuity because I don't like to see it there. Exec that. And then head over to perf page. We're going all the way up to 29,000 feet. And 0 fuel. Oh, no, it doesn't have any of that, does it? Oh, I got to do math. All right. Make a fuel request. SimBrief tells us we need 16,000 pounds of fuel. And this is in kilos. So let's see here. 16,428 divided by 2.2. So we need 7,500 kilos of fuel. And 7,500 down here. And just No, I don't want to do... No. No. Make fuel request. 7,500, 7,500. Quick refuel. Okay. That gives us... Okay, that gives us our gas. That's good. We need to add some people to this plane. So let's... Oh, actually, what does SimBrief tell us to do? SimBrief gives me a weight. My 0 fuel weight is 132.4. So that means with my fuel, my total... Oh, God. Oh, hey, that's a problem. That only had 7,200 pounds of fuel. Fuel quantity in kilograms. That's the right amount of fuel. X-Plane's not giving me the right number here. Oh, there it is! That's the right number. Okay, that's cool. A little lower on fuel than I want to be, but that's alright. We'll deal with that. And the payload weight, so we're going 0 fuel weight, so 132 plus 1, or plus 16, that's going to be 148, 149. So 149,000 is what we're looking for here. 140, that's close enough. So 49,000, you go away. So 0 fuel, oh, God damn it. 0 fuel weight is 132.4. 0.4. Okay, 0 fuel weight, maybe 132. Oh no, fucking everything's in kilos. It's about 60. No. Take my weight! Take my weight! Can I hit that button? Can I hit this and it just fills? Okay, that filled that. This apparently is in pounds now. So some of this is in kilos and some of this is in pounds. Sure. I don't know. 1.0. 0. I don't want any. I have no reserves. No reserves. None at all. Nope, not a 0 cost index. 0 reserves. Nope. Okay, 0.0 reserves. By the way, I've never flown this plane before. Okay. That doesn't work either. How about 0, 0? How about 0, 1? Yeah, okay, that works. Okay. And cost index we're going for. Promise the boring bits will be done soon. It's 44. That's good, that's good. We're not worried about any of that. Fantastic. In one limit. We're going to flex it to 45. And we'll do derated takeoff. I guess. Flaps. What do we take off with our flaps? Flaps 5? Sure. Flaps 5. 3. Okay. Well, those are some high V speeds. It's all good. We'll be fine. All right, 145, 149, 152. The altitude that we're going up to. So initially, let's go for V2 speed, 152 in our IIS Mach. So 152. Put you right there. And then, taking off running 17, we're going to be on a heading of... Well, it didn't give me a heading. I'll just go with 170. Works for me. Heading of 170. Altitude we're going up to is 29,000 feet. Punch that in like so. Okay. Flight director can come on. We're going to go with... well, not arm the auto throttle just yet. We aren't going to arm the speeds just yet. We will go heading select. We will go nothing else over there. Okay. Glare shield looks good. Let's come on down to this. Set our transponder for 2,000 because we can. Makes no damn difference what I set it to right now. Okay. TARA, close enough. And I think we're ready to go. I think we're good. Mets 747, good to see you, man. Live streaming the Mets game and watching me. Perfect Friday night, I suppose. I can't argue with that. Oh yeah, we need to do trim. Trim of 4.75. All right, 4.75, about right there. That display needs to come on now. Not entirely sure how to get that display on. This might be a missing piece of the puzzle for me. We might just have to deal with it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, right there. Okay, so glare shield's good. We've got our radios set up the way we want them. We've got the navigation and all that good stuff entered, and we got the overhead panel in good shape. I think we're ready to go. What do you guys say? Yeah. Okay, let's call the ground services. Ground services request pushback. Where are we going? Where do they go? They all went over there. That's going to be 17, right? So you go away. We're going to go nose left, and we'll go back, I don't know, 60 meters. Is that about right? Crap. Well, I can't go outside now. View. Circle. Yeah, we can go back 60 meters. All right, let's do that. Pushback truck will come out here. We'll get little robot voice. You can also change your fob by holding the middle window divider and drag. I don't want to change my field of view. I got my field of view right where I want it. Thank you, though.
Pushback ready. Please release park.
All right, parking brake's out. Let's go ahead and crank on some lights. Position lights can come on. Anti-collision lights can come on. Logo light can come on. APU is good. Overhead panel, we want to go all the fuel pumps to on. We want to turn off the packs. I don't know if you need to do this or not, but we're going to. And we will start engine number 2. Let's see. Grant. All right. Starting engine number 2. We got into rotation. That's good. Shit. We need to make a change, though. Get that up to about 20%. A little over 20% for this plane. Okay, well that's doing that. You need to go off. If we don't turn mixture control off, we may inadvertently turn the engines off mid-flight, and that'd be bad. Oh, look at that. That was a pretty good estimate. Alright, we don't need waypoints.
N908NN pushback finalized.
Okay. One good engine. Check the air. Air looks good. Now let's go for 2 good engines. Push it up, push it over. Ground power comes up. We have into rotation engine number 1. Oil pressure's coming up. This plane doesn't sound half bad. I guess we'll see here in a second how it sounds. Oh, shit. Late start. Hopefully we didn't hot start it. Now we good. Okay, maybe the sounds do leave something to be desired. I know they're still working on the sounds for this. But hey, you know what? It's freeware. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, we got 2 good engines. We'll bring both of the packs are on. Great. Or both, I should say, the bleeds are on. We'll turn the APU bleed off. Isolation valve to auto. Like so. Packs to auto. 1 and 2. Gen. APU gen comes off. Pitot heat can come on. And we'll do a quick control check here. Left rudder, good. Or right rudder, good. Back on the stick, good. Forward on the stick, good. Right, or sorry, left, good. Right, good. That's a control check. Lights, taxi lights come on. APU can now go off. Bring our runway turn off. And let's go. Disconnect the parking brake, which it is. Error. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're moving now. I don't actually know where I'm going, so I'm just gonna go this way. Alright. Magi, this is a freeware plane by a group called EADT. It's going to be coming out for real on May 1st. Elios, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Official NKL. Welcome aboard. As a first... As a first officer. That's probably one I should read. As a first officer, I would be happy if you pushed us that fast so we can take off before plan. I like it. Brian 426, good to see you. Do the nav lights reflect off the ground? They probably do at night. They don't appear to be right now. Boy, that's loud. I don't know how. I actually have no idea. Oh, shit. That's going to cause a problem. Okay, that's better. I'm not sure how the sound's coming over for you guys. It looks like we should be okay. But yeah, we don't have any fancy ATC or anything going tonight, so it's just gonna be us shooting the breeze, flying a plane. Andy Dodd, this is beta. Yep, very near the end of beta. You don't have to click and drag the knobs. Every knob that has an LED streak. Uh-oh. Can have that info typed in. Oh, I know, but I like dragging the knobs, man. Should be, is it flaps 5? There's flaps 5. And we'll come on down here to the... Hello! MD80 impatient coming through. I'm gonna have to tell Keith on you. Actually, I don't really care. Alright. Let's see here, can we... Oh, nope. Okay, I'm trying to arm the speed brake, but it ain't letting me. Nope. Maybe it's auto. I don't know, it won't let me arm the speed brake. We can arm the auto brakes, though, if I can find them. RTO. Not a bad little play, man. This is definitely cool. It's gonna be cool when it finally comes out, too. So, like I said, the plane itself is freeware, and will be out on the 1st of May. And the FMC is what costs money. The FMC is a 20 euro product, I want to say. 20 euro, so that's cool. One of the rights to call myself first officer yet. ATPL exams are done. Awesome, man. Type rating E320 Scandinavia Airlines. Well, congratulations, sir. Free ticket on you. Yeah, I'm sure the airline's gonna love that. Ex-pilot says he left a credit card under the seat. Yeah. You put what's under the seat? Are we not pulled forward? Oh, we're not pulled forward, are we? Well, we're gonna leave it like that. I don't know. X-Pilot wants me to go into the seat for some reason. Hello! Hoping to make it to the takeoff before I get super busy at work. Well, Drama Tech, we're coming right up on takeoff. I don't know if these guys want to go first or not. But we'll get up there. All right, what else we got to worry about? Lights are good. We'll crank all the landing lights and that shit on soon. Let's go to continuous. Not flight. Continuous ignition. Not flight. There we go. Continuous ignition. Leave that on for takeoff. What's the last light over here? The wheel well lights. Sure, let's turn all the lights on. I'm not so sure about those slats. I don't know about those slats. But I actually don't know anything about the 737, so there is that. Jonathan says he's having a bacon cheeseburger. Well, I'm kind of jealous.
Retard.
LIPD says pay attention. Yeah, we'll pay attention. Quality content, keep it up. Have a beer on me. Iraq Medic, thanks, buddy. Much appreciate the beer. Always appreciate the beer. We'll definitely have some more chats here once we get up in the air. It's been quite the week, put it that way. All right, they're gonna let me go. Let's see, on the auto throttle. All right, bring all the lights here on, and we'll bring on strobes. Should have us. Ooh, look at that. Those strobes are bright. We got somebody else here. Who else has joined us? I know we got Stealth Bow. I know we got Assad. I know we got Flight SciTech and Chevy. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Now they're going to screw with us. Well, you got to give the right of way to the one on the right. That's going to be Flight SciTech. I'm actually not sure who that is. Should check the map, shouldn't I? Oh, that's Chevy. Of course it is.
Retard.
Who else we got here? Black V35, Black VQ35HR has no message to say, but does have a beer for me. Thank you, buddy, for the beer. Much appreciated. You're too kind. Am I going to get the TBM from Caronado, asked Quantum? I probably will, to be honest. I'll probably grab it in a few weeks once it comes out on the org. I've kind of learned my lesson buying day one products from Caronado. They tend to have some bugs in them, and they tend to not work especially well, so my preference is always to wait until they come on the org. But I think I'm going to buy the TBM 850 just because I love turboprops. All right, he just took off. We're going to give him a second to go, and then we'll work on getting out of here. Takeoff is going to be at N1 derated. Looks like our thrust is going to be 97.1. Cool. We're going to climb out on a heading of 170 and speed of 152. Once we get about, once we get about 2,000, 3,000 feet, we'll turn direct to Walmart. I did not set the altimeter. That is 29er 79er. 29er 79er. That's definitely going to affect our altitude a little bit. I'm assuming he's out of the way now. There he goes. So let's get out of here. Throttles forward. Engines look stable. N1 button doesn't do anything. I don't have a toga button mapped, so that's a problem. That's cool. Alright, airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Thank you.
V1. Rotate. V2.
positive rate. That's going to be a gear up. Alright, VNAV's engaged. Whoops. Tried to omni autopilot, didn't like that. Autopilot engaged. Let it do its thing now. I'm curious if it's gonna hold a vertical speed as it makes this climb. Just retract the flaps there. It is gonna hold a slight vertical speed, yep. Nope, no, it leveled off. So we need to climb this. Alright, there's VNAV. Overheat detected, what? Okay, you can start climbing now. And you're supposed to be in heading mode. Well, it's supposed to be in heading mode, but it doesn't seem to like doing that. Okay, well, let's come down here and go to there's got to be a direct to button on here somewhere. This is one of those awkward times where I'm not sure what I'm doing. Where's the direct to? All right. Well, for whatever reason, we're going to be turning in right. We're doing the reverse NASCAR and turning in right circles. That's kind of a bummer. Because it's supposed to be in heading mode. Nope. Now it seems to. Now what's it doing? No. Okay. Well, let's turn towards Walmart. There is no direct to. Okay. The lack of a direct to could actually, if we, there we go. That should do it, right? Okay, that worked. Yeah, so you had to hit the waypoint and you had to hit the first item on the list here, and then that did direct to. So now we're LNAV, now we're VNAV. All right, flaps are in, gears up, the lights are out. We're in climb mode, great. We can turn taxi lights, runway turn off lights off. Wing lights, wheel well. And up we go. Up we go. Where's the airport at? There it is. Okay. Here we are. Always... Oh, lock the gear. Thanks. Usually Chevy's the one who reminds me to lock the gear. Oh, Wayne, good to see you, man. Yeah, we got it figured out. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, okay. So, the lesson to be learned here is that if you're going to fly a plane for the first time, you should probably know things like how to do direct twos. This same thing actually happened to me. It's going to level off here again, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when the planes do that, but that's all right. It's going to catch its speed here in a second. That same sort of thing happened to me when I flew the I recorded a video for the 747 a while back, and that thing caused me some grief when I was flying out of LA because I had no idea how to do direct to. And I think it's actually the same procedure in that plane as it was in this plane. But, yeah, learn how to fly your damn plane. That's what I have to say. So, we just crossed 10,000 feet. We can do lights. Yeah, I'm checking our pressurization here. Cabin's pressurizing. Fantastic. We will punch in our landing altitude because I just saw that. That reminds me, you know, one of those things. Oh boy. Landing at 607 feet. There we go. Up we go. Now, I don't know if this gives me top of descent markers or anything like that. Data. Yeah, we'll turn the airports off. Weather, come on. Even though there's no weather out here. How we doing, guys? Good to see you guys. Welcome aboard, all that. GameSpike TV. Know you're playing, absolutely, buddy. TGM, welcome aboard. Brian426. I think I just said hello to you. Brandon says, first time on VATSIM. Any tips? Yeah, listen to what you're told. If you're unsure of something, ask questions. Flight level 290 is too high. I don't know. That's what SimBrief told me to do. We'll see if we make it. And yeah, I mean, don't be afraid to make mistakes because they're gonna happen. Sherman Tank, welcome aboard, buddy. First live stream, good to see you, man. As I always say, I love it when you're here for the first live stream. I love it more when you come back for the second, and everyone thereafter. Krillin, oh, welcome aboard. Yeah, dude, drinking and flying, buddy. We got a nice glass of got my Petite Syrah tonight that I'm having. Delicious, delicious drink. Official asked if I fly P3D. I don't fly P3D. I flew FSX back in the day. I spent quite a lot of time in the Dash 8 Q400 by Majestic. And that was probably like, I also spent a lot of time in the PMDG 4100, but I didn't really fly much in the way of jets. I was in love with that Q400, and that's basically what I spent all my time in. But today and now we're pretty much all X-plane all the time. I've installed P3D a couple of times, messed around with it, and it's just not for me. Yeah, it's just not exactly my thing. But I have no qualms against anybody who flies it. Happy pilot, good to see you, buddy. Flying Dutchman, welcome aboard. Yeah, we did forget the chronometer, didn't we? Oops. Let's see. We're a little late at getting that, but we'll be all right. Simply Bacon, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Nagy, this is a freeware plane with a payware FMC. So this is the x737 by EADT, and it's being released for real on May 1st. And you can obviously fly the 2D version of this plane right now, but the 3D panel will come out May 1st, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's actually not a bad looking plane. There's some, it's got some jaggies and whatnot in the texturing, but overall I'm very impressed with what they've managed to do. And if somebody can come along and get some good sounds in here, man, that's going to be awesome. Because that's probably my biggest, that's probably my only real complaint at the moment, is that the sounds are less than ideal. But for a freeware product, it looks and does pretty good. I mean, it's tough to give a review on something that is free as in free. S1MS is nothing better than a Malbec. Dude, my wife is all about the Malbecs. She's a big fan of like the Alenteos, Malbecs, and Barberas. That's what a lot of the she's Portuguese. That's what a lot of the Portuguese guys made when she was growing up. So that's kind of what she got used to drinking. Stuffed crust Syrah combo. Yeah, I know. Joe Nurses, welcome aboard. Good to see you, buddy. X737 is donation where the FMC costs. Yeah, it's like 20 or 25 euros. If it gives me a top of descent, it'll show the nav green marked by TD. Well, it ain't on here. I'm assuming it's going to be on here. Yes, we have 6. So the FMC has estimated me a top of descent of 68 miles from now. I don't know if that's going to appear on my my MFD, but or is this the MFD? That's the MFD. Whatever this thing is. This display, nav display. I don't know if it's going to appear on there or not. We'll find out. We'll probably start down a little early too. Do I miss anything from FSX that X-Plane doesn't have? I missed the Majestic Q400. I really... that's... honestly, the Q400 is about the only thing I miss. I really liked that plane. As far as add-ons and all that stuff goes, I didn't use things like EasyDock, but EasyDock is basically baked into X-Plane by default. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't use in FSX that I know a lot of guys do. I made the switch kind of before Active Sky had come out, so I don't miss that. Whereas I know a lot of guys nowadays probably would. Yeah, the PFD is on the left. I think it's the ND, the nav display on the right in a Boeing, I think. But yeah, I mean, once you kind of get used to X-Plane and you kind of learn some of the quirks of the aircraft. Obviously, the aircraft that we're running are not as good as most of the P3D aircraft. I don't think there's any real secret to about that. What we got here? Sod's right up my ass. So yeah, I mean, I guess if there's one thing I miss, or one thing I'd like to have a lot more quality aircraft. But I think we're getting that. I think that's coming our way. Like there's a lot of, like the 767 is a fantastic product. This thing is going to be a great addition to X-Plane. I think it's going to be, it's going to be a big release. You got the 733 that's going to be a good product. So, there's not really anything I would say that I truly miss. Sargy, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. We will have the Q400 soonish, I know. I like Jack's Q400. It's a fun plane to fly, but it doesn't have the same sort of pizzazz that the Majestic did. FC Tony B says the biggest plane he's flying is the 1900D. I put a lot of time into that plane, to be honest. I think it's a good plane. It's good by good by Carenado standards. You taper your expectations. They look nice. They run nice. Maybe a couple of bugs that you're going to encounter with the products. But yeah, I put a lot of time into all those King Airs, really. Fly with Josh XP, 2 o'clock in the morning, but who needs sleep? Yeah, no kidding. 2 o'clock in the morning, I will not be awake. I can guarantee you that. It's all right, though. Oh, man, we're going to Denver tonight. I think there's some real shitty weather up in Denver, too. Yeah, there's a bunch of pink dots moving in there. That I did not anticipate. Oh, no, most of the bad stuff's already gone through. We might run into some of the weather on the way up there. We'll see what happens. Certainly ain't shit for weather down here. But yeah, first flight, we're heading up to Dallas-Fort Worth. This is going to be showing off the new Com Curtis scenery. And then the second flight, we're going to do Dallas-Fort Worth up to Denver. Kind of stretch our legs a little bit here. Josh, good to see you, buddy. Mr. Gibbs, Mr. Indy Flyer in the house. Welcome aboard, buddy. TCC student. TCC, I don't generally use Track IR in the in airliners. Track IR I use pretty much exclusively in general aviation, and you'll never see me really using it in here. I prefer to just use X-Plane's default sort of navigate around the cockpit with your mouse. I find that works very well for me. Just one of those personal preference things. How we doing? 40 miles top of descent. I think it actually might be this waypoint 02 on here that's marking top of descent. Let's see what this thing ends up doing, though. That seems like a very optimistic top of descent. Like I think we might be a little close to the airfield there, but we'll see what happens. All right, I do want to look at a chart though. The Boov 3 arrival. Rotate that sucker. From guts. So we should be able to LNAV and VNAV it all the way down to 11,000 feet. Once we get a little closer here, 30 miles. Set this for 11K. We intercepted, we slowed down, or I should say the engines came back. Let's get up and walk around for a bit. Thing is, I turned the fasten seatbelt sign off, and then I always forget to turn it back on. Just gonna take a stroll through the cabin here. Boy, it's bright back here. The engine looks humongous, even though I know it's not quite all that big. Josh has got his new squirrel emotes. Spitty, there's a plane right behind me. I know. Where's he at? He's probably low. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's 2 planes there. Both the old MD-80s. Yeah, we got a couple of guys that are flying alongside us. Tyler Walton, Mr. Flight SciTech, is up ahead of us, along with Chevy Rules. And then we've got Assad and Stealth Bob that are behind us. And what's interesting is that my plane is flying a different path than theirs. Mine seems to be off to the left here just a touch. And I would expect it to be bang on. So if you guys missed it, I put out a vlog over the weekend. I kind of talked about my history with flight simulation, and I've been absolutely blown away by the response that I've gotten from that. You know, I've gotten a lot of great comments on YouTube, but I've also gotten some just amazing emails from people. And you know, I was kind of unsure of how it was going to be received, and I was very, very happy, really, with what people have had to say. So if you haven't seen that, I do, you know, of course I'm going to say this, but I do suggest going and giving it a gander. I had been wanting to do something like that for a while, and if you want to just mute my talking the whole time, it is actually quite a gorgeous flight. We took off out of Lufker Spadaro Airport, which was a new pay-ware airfield in south central Long Island. We flew west or down the coast of Long Island, and then we flew the Hudson route past downtown New York City, and it was absolutely stunning flight. Like it was way cool. Porky, my vlog was awesome. Thanks, Porky. Appreciate the beer. And yeah, Mr. Fabiano, it's good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, Jeff. Sargi asked if I'm able to join me. Sargi, if you have a Pilot Edge account, you are more than welcome to come join us. We're heading up to Dallas-Fort Worth. We're going to make a turn at Dallas-Fort Worth and then head up to Denver. Denver's going to be a little bit of a stretch your legs and just kind of stare at the panel here for a couple of hours. What the hell was that? Somebody beeped me. Call. The attendant just hit the call button, and I'm not entirely sure why. I've also noted that we are conspicuously listing to the right. We have a slight fuel imbalance, but nothing crazy. Interesting. However, we are coordinated, kind of. Coordinated, that's kind of odd. Oh well. Oh, maybe that was telling me about top of descent. This top of descent's coming up now. We did punch that in. We should be able to... Okay. Well, I seem to have lost my descend button. I can no longer see descent mode, and cruise is gone too. But that's okay. So we're heading down now. I think that the VNAV might have miscalculated itself, but we'll see how it ends up doing. I wanted to start down a few miles early, but it didn't. But we're just gonna keep our eye on things here. Heading down into Dallas-Fort Worth. Cool to see the scenery. Really ain't shit to see though out in Texas here. Everything's bigger than Texas, or bigger in Texas. Maddox, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Exterminator, good to see you, man. Sir, is everything okay with the lights? I hope so. I don't know. What's wrong with the lights? Hit cruise and then the next button. Okay, cruise and then the... Ah! Interesting. Cruise and the next button. Thank you. Thank you, Wayne. Or, no. Who said that? Thank you, Exterminator. Appreciate that, man. My N1 is going down quite fast, yes. I'm not sure the timings of the N1 and all that good stuff are super realistic, if I can be honest. What do we got here? Coming up on Kilo. Kilo, we need to be between 230 and 200 at 29 knots. Or 290 knots, so I think actually we're going to hit that. It's going to be 290 and 23,000 a kilo, so if the LNAV and VNAV in this plane works pretty well, then that's going to be impressive in its own right. Let's see, once we get into Dallas, where do we need to go? Does anybody know where American parks at Dallas? Because I honestly have no idea. Coming in 17 right. I'm probably just gonna park at whatever terminal's the closest. Jeff, I did get the new scenery. That's what we're flying into, man. Yeah, I'm interested. A bunch of guys have seen it, or a bunch of guys I should say have run it. I know. I think Crazy Diamond was doing some flights with it earlier. Crazy Diamond also did some flights with the weather connector too. If anybody wants to go see that, it's CRZYDMND on Twitch. All right. Yeah, I mean, if the VNAV in this thing works, that's pretty. That'll leave me feeling pretty happy. Let's see if it made that. What are we on? We're on the Boov. Did I say we're on the Boov? Boov 3. 3 RNAV. The next flight, I promise, we'll talk a little more about what we're doing. So Kilo 200 to 230, KISS, no restriction. Next restriction is going to be at Boov. Boov is 190 to 170 and 280 knots. See how this plane ends up doing this descent. Jeff, you are going to be at my house next week. Yeah, I'll be coming to pick your ass up here. Well, actually, no, you will have come and gone by this point next week. But yeah, Mr. Fabiano's going to PAX East next week. If you guys are going to be there, you should try to find him and say hi. I'm going to be at PAX hopefully on Friday if I can manage to secure myself a ticket. So yeah, if anybody's going to PAX East on Friday, let me know. We'll try to meet up and shake hands. Virus City, good to see you, man. Pratt PT, welcome aboard. This does get released on May 1st. That is correct. The Skipjack, I don't know when you left, man, but if you join now, you're catching us on the descent. We're descending into Dallas-Fort Worth here. I better get the ticket. I know, man. I've seen a bunch of them on sale on eBay, so I don't think I'll have any issues getting it. But I gotta get it ordered so I can get put in the mail. Actually show up. Oh, Jonathan's got a Dallas-Fort Worth image for me here. American is at Alpha and Charlie. What is he? Oh, drag required. Yeah, we do require some drag, don't we? Okay. Let's pull those out a little bit there. I guess that's what the call was for. Get the seatbelt signs on. Boy, those boards are kind of pathetic. Boy, those boards are really pathetic, man. Those things are hardly doing shit. Aviation expert, welcome aboard. Honestly, the plane's pretty decent. I mean, it's it's not bad. We're using a payware FMC, so that's that should be noted. But it seems to be doing a pretty good job thus far. I had some issues on the initial climb out, but that's all pilot induced. Like, that's all my fault. Now I need to get the weather. Let's see here. Dallas Fort Worth weather. Altimeter 2984, winds 12012, altimeter 2984. Okay. I said that twice. 84. Okay, what do we got coming up here? We're coming up on Curl. Curl's 13 to 15,000 and 270 knots. Plane does seem to have slowed us down a little quickly, but we'll survive there. Well, that's coming in. Let's grab the ILS frequency. We're going to 17 right. And that's going to be 101.35. Do I need to actually tune that in? I don't know if I have to. I'm assuming I do. And we'll put it in nav 1 here. 111.35. 1.350. Right there. And the course is going to be 176. Practicing for Denver, because we might actually have to use this thing coming into Denver. We'll do our crossing here at Dalmo, and then we'll probably just kick her down pretty quick, or as quick as we can. Okay. Move 3 RNAV arrival. Dalmo's going to be 11,000 feet. After that, we can just punch her down. There's the airfield right there. Beautiful airfield. We should get some traffic coming in there too. See where these guys are at. There's a couple of MD-80s that are right on my ass. I need to do it on the FO side as well if I plan to... I mean, we're not going to auto-land. We will do an ILS. It should be able to pick up an ILS off of nav mode, I would think. But yeah, I mean, we're not gonna do an ILS. We're not gonna do a full auto-land. That's just silly. Honestly, we've got the field right now, but we need to get slowed down. Oh, there's my traffic. There's more traffic there, too. You guys aren't following the VNAV path. Will I pull that gas if I switch planes to the next plane? No, we're gonna run this. We're gonna run this plane up to Denver for the next one. American Park to the Alpha Terminal. Thank you. Good to see you, Kevin. Kevin G. That did help, John. Yes, thank you, man. Terminal A. Terminal A is the first terminal. Perfect. 1,000 to go. So, right. Autoland is there when you need it. It's not silly at all. That's true. That is true. You gotta use it. You gotta use it. Taking 17 center, so formation landing. Awesome stealth. Rush, good to see you, man. The Airbus pilot says these planes fly themselves, don't they? Yeah, they pretty much do. Boeing man, welcome aboard. Aviation expert asked if you can see the cockpit. Well, here's the cockpit. all of its glory. Alright, there's 11,000 feet. Come down to... Let's go all the way down to 6,000. Put her in level change mode. Hold that throttle all the way back to idle. Let's get some lights going. You. And you. And you. You're good. We'll turn those three on here in a little bit. I don't even know my flap speeds. This is how bad of a Boeing pilot I am. Usually there's a usually there's a panel on here that tells you what your flap speeds are. Oh, crap. Alright. Well, we'll just go with it. We ain't going anywhere anytime soon anyway. Let's get all the way down to 3,000. How to Fly a Boeing by Catstrator. Don't screw up, and don't screw up. Alright, 151 will be our approach, or our VREF. So the winds are currently 12 knots. We'll give that a 161 knot approach speed. Well, that seems really fast. It seems incredibly fast, actually. But hey, what do I know? There's where we're going. We're going to land on that runway right there. I think that's the incorrect runway for us to land on, but that's where we're going anyway. This will be Tom Curtis's Payware DFW. Init ref on the FMC. Yeah, that's where we're at, man. We got approach ref going. Captain Aviation, good to see you, man. Yeah, the FMC is pretty good. It's a payware FMC on a donationware or freeware plane, and it's not bad. I don't know anything about Boeing, so I couldn't tell you how complete it is or how good it is, or you know how much like PMDG it is. All right, can I go flaps out? Yeah, we can start bringing flaps out. Uh-oh! Not that many flaps. Speed down to 180. 180-ish. So we oversped the flaps. I need to find flap speeds for the for this plane at some point, apparently. Oops. Go to speed mode. And vertical speed. See if we can get 1,800 feet per minute. Nope. What can we get? Boy, this plane's really slippery. Like, I would love to come down sooner and try to get down, but I don't actually think we can. At least not yet. Use XFMC, but it is not integrated in the 3D cockpit. Correct. Pilot wannabe. Oh, there they are! Holy shit. Thanks, buddy. Flap speeds are underneath the placard, underneath my gear handle. I'm at flaps 2 and it tells me that I'd be overspeeding if I were doing 250 knots. Whatever. That's cool. We can go to we can go 10. Should we go 10 now? It's not 10 though. Where are my flap indicators at? Oh, there it is. Or 5. Should we go to 10? Give me some drag! Give me something to work with here, damn it! Guess I mean, we're not going down that quickly, but it's all good. Aviation Expert, if you go look at any one of my YouTube videos, you'll find my rendering settings. I don't have the link handy. We're heading into Dallas, Fort Worth. Pilot want to be welcome aboard, by the way. It's good to see you. Alright, so we're going to do this, where we cut the corner here a little bit. Put ourselves on intercept heading. Yalta at 3,000 feet, so if we go on this heading right here, we should be able to intercept no problem. And let's make sure that it actually grabs. Yeah, autopilot needs a little tuning, I think. And for some reason that's in track mode. It's not supposed to be in track mode. It's actually supposed to be the heading that we're... I think it's supposed to be the heading that we fly. Oh no, that is the heading that we're flying. We're tracking 151. Never mind. Forget I said that. Gauge the localizer. We got diamonds, so that means we should be good there. Perhaps we're flying a little high of an angle of attack here. 15. See if we can get that nose down a touch. I have no idea what I'm doing. Somebody insinuated on my Twitch channel that I was a real pilot, and that could be further from the truth. Could not be further from the truth. Could not be. Yes, could not be further from the truth. That's the idiom I'm looking for. I would like to be a real pilot, maybe one of these days, but yeah, that's not happening right now. So for now, it's fake airplanes on the internet. We got, is that traffic? Oh, that is traffic. Where's he going? Tyler, you're gonna get off my runway, right? I hope so. Okay, as soon as we intercept this localizer here, we will probably immediately start going and put ourselves in approach mode and start heading down. And runway altitude here is 600 feet, so we're about 2,400 above right now. So, well, we'll get the gear down. We'll get the flaps to 30 here momentarily. We can arm the auto brake. That says anti-skid, but I think it's supposed to be auto brake. Because I think the anti-skid is another button altogether. We do have our runway in sight. That's fortunate. Miles out, we'll bring that speed back to our landing speed, which would be about 160 knots. Wow, that's loud. Yeah, I don't want to... Fine, whatever. If that's what's going to make you happy, I will put my gear down just for you, Sally. Holy crap. Anyway, intercept the localizer, go into approach mode here. We'll get our flaps down to 30. Auto brake is armed. Our lights set. And flaps are down, 30, indicating 30. Gears down, 3 green. Auto brake, runway's in sight. We got some traffic up there. We may sidestep our runway here for him. Single CH. Well, I don't really care for single CH, because I'm going to take over. Auto throttle off. And autopilot off. Clear you, clear you. My aircraft. Oh, lights came on. How about that? I don't actually know if the reverses are going to engage when I get on the ground. We will find out on that one. I think I'm behind to the right or the left. Alright. Thank you. I don't know what the chime was for, but we'll go with it. Yep. It's good work, flight attendant. Good work. Thanks for the beep. Way too kind. Alright, final approach. We already kind of did this, but gears down 3 green. Flaps are down. Lights are set. Runway is almost clear. We have our fake clearance. We're going to land this sucker. House has been cross-checked. Get off the runway! The fire truck's coming out. I'm not going around. I hope he doesn't think I'm going to go around. I think Tyler crashed, though. We're flying on the Pilot Edge network, but we're outside the coverage area and just sort of dicking around. So you'll notice that there's a wrecked plane on the runway, and we're just gonna kind of go with it. He just disconnected. Bit of a thumper. Reverse is green. I don't think the spoilers came out, did they? Well, they're out now. Wow, this thing doesn't want to slow down. Okay, welcome to Dallas Fort Worth, ladies and gentlemen. That was interesting. That plane did not want to stop. Okay. You can keep beeping at me. I don't care. I'm gonna ignore you all the same. Lights are coming off. APU can start to come on now. 2, 3, and we will pull our flaps all the way in. This should be Terminal C. No, holy crap, this actually may be Terminal Echo. Kilo 10. That's Terminal E. Wow, we used a lot of runway. A lot of runway. That's okay, though. Okay, after takeoff, we got the lights, we got the APUs online, or the APU, not the APUs. That'd be kind of awkward. We got the flaps in, got the speed brake disarmed, auto brake can come off, and oh, we never did turn. I never did turn the ignitions off, so ignitions have been on continuous for the entire flight because why the hell not? You, sir, are not going to win this one. Got the fire truck behind us. Because you never know when you might have an engine fire and you might need some help. Or when an MD-80 pilot might decide, hey, that's my spot. Take that spot right there. Alright, we're going to turn off. Taxi can come off. Bring ourselves in here. Bring the wing light off. And we'll just take this, what is this? Charlie 26. Sky Marshal, good to see you, man. Wow, we got other cool kids tonight. Tom 181. What's it? I have no idea. I think that plane was doing that, man. I think the plane was talking to the passengers. Because I definitely don't have an add-on that does that. And there we go. Stop right there. Parking brake set. APU's on. Go to APU Gen. And we will go to APU Bleed. And our fire truck friend is now pulling up here in front of us. Perhaps it's going to apprehend somebody. Engine 1 comes off, Engine 2 comes off. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We made it. First leg of the flight, first leg of the night. I don't have a good way to disembark the passengers, so... yeah. Well, that was good. The x737 does that when reverse thrust is applied. I see. Retro Mario, good to see you, man. Dr. Nerd Rage, welcome aboard. Pro Fly, good to see you as well. Steve, we are here. We just got here. So yeah, that was the first flight of the night. That was the x737, and we are going to do another one in this plane. Next flight's going to have us going up to Denver. So if you guys are sticking around for that, it's going to be a little longer of a flight. But let's get a route going. Edit. Dispatch system here, so you can check out real quick. We're going to use SimBrief to do our flight up there. It'll be KDFW. Heading up to KDEN. Colorado Springs is a fine alternate. I think this is a 738. No, I don't think I actually ever checked. It's just saying x737. 737-800. Okay, this is a 738. I thought it was. Taking off of not 13 left. We're going to take off of 17 right. Yes, we'll confirm that. And Denver is landing. Let's see here. KDFW. KDEN. Wow, man. This weather system we're going to go through is nuts. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. We may get a chance to try to dodge some weather on the way up there, too. Winds are 340 at 8, so we're going to plan for... oh, man. Probably 3-4. One of the 3-4s. Pull this out here. Let's get Denver up. Denver update. Update. New route. Parting from KDFW. And let's wait for Denver to get downloaded. There it goes. Destination KDEN. And we are going to be going for the ground chart. Right there. Let's plan for 3-5 left. So we'll land. Actually, we'll land 3-5 right. So we will land 3-5 right. Right there. We're gonna land 3-5 right because that's gonna put us That's going to put us a little closer to the terminal here. We could just land 3-5 left. I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll do 3-5 left because it'll put us really close to the terminal. We'll leave everything else at default. That's going to be the route that we fly. Grab that. Generate OFP. Bring the flight awares down. That looks really nasty. Oh, that looks really nasty. That's going to be interesting if we have to go through that stuff. Yeah. So, about that. Ernie the Cat! Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Lurk, last couple streams created this account. Just to let you know this played in this config file in a livery where you can change the fuel from kilos to pounds. Avoid math at all costs. I like that. We're going to do math for the next one just because I know I can do math. And we will look into next time doing it better. So this is going to be an hour and 40-minute long flight. We'll have some time to sort of chill out and have a couple of beers and just enjoy ourselves. Going up to 360. And heading is greater than true airspeed. Okay. Mach 076, I think. Boy. I think we pissed it off. Undefined. Okay. I got it. Understood. I broke Sky Vector, guys. Crap. Whatever. Alright. So that's where we're going to be flying for this one. We'll do a quick file on Pilot Edge here, just so we can get our flight recorded. So go to Pilot Edge, File Flight Plan, and we're going to go KDFW to KDEN. And we'll just get rid of you, get rid of you, and get rid of you, and we'll just hit File VFR. That at least gives us the flight in PE aware. Pop on down here. Let's get... Actually, let's pop up here, get gas in the plane. Make a fuel request. And we're going to be going... Somebody told me you can change this from kilos to pounds in a config file. Okay, before anybody else tells me to do that. So we will try to do that again. Ernie, thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the tip. Got plenty of extra gas, though. So I'm not worried about doing the math. Okay, so we did the flight planning. We're going to get some fuel loaded in here. We're looking for 20,000 pounds of fuel. 20,000 divided by 2.2. It's about, we'll say 10,000 kilos. We'll just round up. Do a quick refuel on that. Thank you. That should be 3.9, 2.2, 3.9. Actually using the center fuel tank. That's going to be a first for me. Come on down here. Route. Alright, KDFW. FW. Heading over to KDEN. Like so. Wow, it's already almost 9 o'clock. This is gonna be a late flight. Later than I normally go. I'll be cracking up the cocktails for this one. KDFW to KDEN. And departing from KDFW on runway 17 right. We're going to be on this Swabber 3 departure. Well, we're going to be the Swabber 4 departure. And go to Hoodad. Exact that. Go to the route page. And after that, we're going to go direct to PNH. PNH. Maybe this isn't where I need to put this. Oh, there we go. Okay, direct PNH. And then direct to Ziggy. Ziggy. And then departing and arriving, coming into Denver on... Ziggy. We're going to plan for the ILS. What did I say? I had a runway in mind. 3-5 left. ILS 35 left. And let's figure out where that's coming from. So, hop the chart up here, go to Denver, 35 left. I just want to take a look at this thing. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the arrival. So what we want to do is we want to check the arrival to see what waypoint lines up with this ILS. Having done these arrivals into Denver before, what's going to happen is an arrival will connect to an ILS and it will take us straight into Denver, more or less. So we're coming in on the Zeppelin 3 arrival. There we go. Zeppelin 3 arrival. And it looks like Boss. Nope, that's the Boss 2. I think we're actually going to do the Boss arrival, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to do the Boss arrival. Take that to Boss, because that's actually what's going to get us up there. The Zeppelin arrival is going to be for south arrivals, or for arrivals from the north. Approaches from the north, I should say. Yeah. So we're going to do the Boss 2 arrival, not the Zeppelin arrival, because that's going to connect us to Boss here, which will then let us get onto the ILS. So the ILS 35 right from Boss, the Boss 2 arrival, and it's going to still be the Ziggy transition. Exact that. Over to the legs page. Let's check for discontinuities, and we have none. That's fantastic. So that changes our plan up a little bit, but it actually, in essence, it's having us fly the same thing. If we hadn't done that, we would have actually gone all the way to the north, come back to the south, and that just isn't going to work. Fly with Josh. Catstrator's not a real pilot. Thank you, drunken aviator of all people. I could select kilos and sim brief as well, yes. But I didn't. I just didn't feel like it. Alright, inner ref, push U. It's going to give us a 0 fuel weight. Actually, sim brief has got me a weight. Sim brief has got me 127. 127 plus 19, that's 136. 136.6. That's going to be our total weight. So hop into aircraft weight and fuel. Wow, really? Oh, no. 146. 146.6. 146.6. That's more like it. Right there. Close enough. Okay. Takes care of our weight. Apparently we're... What is it doing? No. Why is it getting heavier? You're not supposed to get heavier. Oh, I must have decreased the fuel and not the gross weight. Okay, we got that now. We'll do 0-1 on the reserves because I don't actually know what my reserve is. We have more than enough gas though. Cost index sim brief is telling me to use is 20. Why so slow? We might go a little faster than that. And we're going all the way up to flight level 360. 360. So that's our perf in it. Planning for 9.9. Gonna have 22 in the tanks. That's more than enough gas. Perf in it. Okay, N1 limit. We will again flex to 45. That's gonna be a derated 95.7. Good. And takeoff. Last takeoff. We're gonna take off. I didn't like the last takeoff that we did. I felt like we used a lot of runway, so we're gonna take off flaps 10. Okay, never mind. We're gonna take off flaps 5. Forget I said that. Catstrator's not a real pilot. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Don't listen to anything he says. Alright, so that's going to give us a V1 at 138, V rotate 144, V2 148. Pop on down here. Trim setting is going to be 5.25. So we'll grab our takeoff trim. If you click on it, it doesn't make any noise. That's no fun. 5.25. It's about right there. So the takeoff trim is set. We're not worried about the ATC panel there. Our V2 speed is 148, so that's going to be our initial speed here. 148. Boom. This departure... What are we departing on? Swabber 3. Nope. Dallas, Fort Worth, standard instrument departure. Why does the Swabber 3 apparently not exist? It would seem that I'm programmed to use a departure that doesn't even exist, because I don't have a chart for it. That's awkward. Maybe that's why SkyVector was telling me it was undefined. Let's see what SkyVector says. Departure. Swabber 4. Well. Okay, so it's going to depart runway heading and then vectors. Is that biatch? Oh, it's botch. I looked at the first waypoint there and I thought it said biatch for a second. It's like, oh, that's only slightly offensive. So we're going to take off heading a 170. We'll take off runway heading. Somebody's keyed in back there. Hear me in the background. Alright, glare shield's all set. Center panel we're not worried about. FMC's all set. Overhead panel is fantastic. Let's turn us over to not be almost nighttime. Let's go back in time a couple hours. Say 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock was a good time today. That's when I left the office. Going home for the day. Alright. Let's get out of here. We'll push back, nose to the right, and start the engines up. Once we get in the air, we'll call the stewardess and have her bring us beer. And since there really is no stewardess, I have to go get my own damn beer. But that's okay. We can deal with that. That's good. That's good. And all of that is set. So let's push and get out of here. Plugins, ground services, request pushback, nose to the right. We'll say go back 50 meters this time. Request. That truck's going to come in here from somewhere. There he is. Let's see what he has to say to us.
N908NN pushback ready. Please release your brakes.
Weird ATC call. Turn left, direct biatch, 5,000. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, parking brake comes off. And we'll turn off 1 pack. We'll turn off 2 packs. We will open the isolation valve. Open. And we will start engine number 2. N2's coming up. And give it some gas. EGT's rising. N1's coming up. Eventually. I hope you like tornadoes. The storm has one of the... Dude, I'm actually kind of excited about this. I'm excited about the prospect of seeing some weather. Alright, there's a 737, A320 back there.
And pushback finalized.
Why, thank you. Let me set my parking brake again. 1 good engine. Let's bring the second one up. Starting engine number 1. N2. Get some oil pressure. Temps rising. I'm not sure what the little bloops and beeps are. Did not have that one earlier. Alright, it's 24. Give it gas.
Retard.
Harris VHH might not be the best pilot, but definitely the most entertaining. Well, thank you for the beer, Mr. Harris. I appreciate that. I appreciate the good words, too. Alright. N1 is up. We got 2 good engines now. Pop back to the overhead panel. Starters are both off. Both of the packs are... Or both of the bleeds are on, I should say. We'll turn the APU bleed off. We'll bring on... Damn it. It's hard to get that middle section for auto. Auto. Overhead's good. We didn't turn the pitot heats off. Oops. Gen. That means we're done with the APU. We can turn that sucker off. And we will go taxi light, runway turn off, and everything else is good. Quick check of the flight controls. Push the assist button here. Full rudder right. Fantastic. Full rudder left. Fantastic. I don't have my outside view set. View chase. Set this real quick. View chase. Up. Forward a little bit. Perfect. Alright. Full back. Check. Full forward. Check. Full left. Check. Full right. Check. That's our flight control check. Flaps to 5. And parking brake is off. It's time to go. Sayonara, Dallas Fort Worth. It's been nice knowing you. This is the probably one more plug here. By the way, I should probably point out I was given a review copy of the scenery that we have, so let your opinion of my judgment be whatever. Think my judgment is clouded in whatever way you think my judgment is clouded. We'll go with that. I think it's good looking scenery. I don't know if it's worth $25 good, but it's good scenery. We're also flying into more Tom's Card scenery when we get up to Denver, which I think the Denver scenery is worth 25 bucks or whatever the price is. Alright. Over here. A little Southwest taxi action going here. Go for the 30 knot taxi. The V1 taxi! So where are we going? We're going up pretty high, all the way 360. Again, we are flying this on the Pilot Edge network, but we are not flying in the coverage area. So these other planes you're seeing are real people. They are friends of mine. They are other streamers in most cases. I welcome them to say hello, and everybody should go follow them in the channel. But yeah, thank you for giving us some traffic, some stuff to look at. Ice, good to see you, man. Attitude Simcoe, welcome aboard. Pilt, welcome aboard, good to see you. Whoops, welcome aboard, good to see you. Jotry, welcome aboard. 2 tornadoes on the ground now, awesome. Toga. I don't have a toga button. I guess we'll have to push the toga button, won't we? Alright, arm the auto throttle. I mean, I thought that pushing N1 I thought was supposed to engage or should have engaged that, but I don't know. I don't know how to Boeing. And the problem is that these simulations are all just a little inaccurate one way or another. So you get used to the tricks of one and you think they should apply to the other, and they usually don't. ProFly says he's doing the same route. Nice, man. Should be a nice route. There's really not gonna be shit to see until we get a little further north and we start encountering some of that weather out there. When we encounter the weather, we'll see how well it actually gets drawn. I kind of have my doubts. We shall see, though. Nice stiff crosswind. Coming up on the runway. He's going to take off, so we'll get our lights all on back there. And the wing lights and the runway turn-off lights are all on. And we'll turn the strobes on. We'll take full-length runway here. We need all we can get, I'm sure. I have to imagine I have done something incorrect. Tyler B asks, is this PMDG? This is not PMDG. It's not PMDG. It's close, right? It's close. It's almost there. You'd think it was... No, it's not. It's not PMDG. It's cool, though. It's a 737 for X-Plane, which is what everybody wants. It may not be the biggest looker in the world, but man, it's going to get the job done. Oh, yeah, we have fuel in the center tank, so we should turn the center fuel pumps on, shouldn't we? Alright, clear to the left, no problem there. Clear to the right. I know he took off, but I think the guy taking off is gone. One last quick peek here at Dallas-Fort Worth as we come out on the runway. Not a bad scenery. There's a lot going on. Whoops. Definitely a lot going on. Alright. On departure, heading 170, speed 148. Engines are stable. Push that, it should go to Toga. Yes, it does. Except it's good. Wow, it's going a little high on the power there. Okay, I don't know how to properly engage Toga mode here, but 80 knots is checked. Really should just pay attention to the runway. I got a light, but I think that's because my off the ground. Off the ground. Positive rate. What the hell's the master caution for? Is he complaining about a pressurization issue? Well, we'll have to come back to that. Autopilot 1 engaged. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, no, no. No, no. No, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, no, no. Vertical... Dude, the autopilot is totally ignoring everything that I told it to do there. Yeah, I understand that. We'll get the flaps in. Okay. I guess we'll go VNAV. We should be in heading select mode. I actually want to do vertical speed at 1,000. And if I push that right there, will it work? Where's it going? Fine, fly the goddamn VNAV route then. Holy crap. I think the autopilot still needs some tuning. Call it a hunch. Alright, anyway. Gears up, lights are out, flaps are in. This initial departure stuff is kludgy. You go away. We still got to address that master caution. We'll do that here in a second. Okay, what's it gonna do this time? No? I'm in LNAV, VNAV. My flight director is telling me to do the right thing, but the autopilot itself doesn't seem to want to do the right thing. What the hell's the freaking off? No, it is not an off-schedule descent. We went to 36,000. That was an ascent. We went up, not down. Oh dear God. Master caution again. Eric. Okay, well, it thinks we're on an off-schedule descent. I don't know. I don't know what to tell it. Yeah, we got some problems. this is another reason why I didn't want to fly it online. Because quite honestly, I'm sure that they have done a great job coding this plane and building this plane out. I don't trust it. So let's see if we can get this thing to behave now. There's 10,000 feet. We're still flying manually. We've got that master caution that shouldn't be showing up. Whatever. Let's try direct botch, not on intercept heading. Alright. Legs. Botch. Direct. Execute. And now if we go LNAV, and we engage the autopilot. Nope. Oh, wait, nope. Nope, it's gonna do it? Okay. So, what I have learned is that the autopilot gets really cranky if it's not on the LNAV path, and like the autopilot seems to get really cranky if it's not actually on the LNAV path. It won't do it. It definitely didn't want to do heading mode right there for whatever reason. Anyway, let's get our lights off here. We still got that master caution that shouldn't be on. Go away. Leave me alone. Well, I mean, we're pressurizing. It thinks we're on an off-schedule descent. I don't know what to tell it there. Are the packs even on? I mean, the plane's pressurizing, so the packs have to be on, right? Yeah. Well, we're going to have a master caution for the entire duration of this flight. And there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, we're direct botch. However, this waypoint 2 seems to be stuck in front of us and not going away. I'm interested in seeing if that's going to be there the entire flight. I have no idea what's going on. Somebody please save me. Hey, Squirrel, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, now would seem like a good time to turn the seatbelt signs on. Welcome to the Vomit Comet, Flight 717. Holy crap. Oh, crazy bought the farm, that sucks. Yeah, dude, the bank angle's adjustable on the outer selector, but the bank angle limit for these planes is 30 degrees. Like, the plane should not have tried to do a 90-degree bank there to do whatever the hell it was trying to do. But, whatever. Guys, this is a beta product. This is a beta product. The final version's coming out May 1st. I will report my findings today to the beta developers and let them know and have them continue working on it. But, yeah. That happened. Oh my god, it's good to see you, Squirrel. Flying Dutchman, I think I saw you, but it's good to see you again. I'm not even in the bad weather, says the Flying Dutchman. I know, man. That stuff's coming up. Just your standard run-of-the-mill departure exterminator. There's absolutely nothing here to report. There's no problems whatsoever with the plane, except for the fact that we just skipped the Swabber intersection completely. But we're not going to talk about that. Tango 1 Alpha says, needs something a bit stronger than a beer for this flight. Yeah, that's coming up here in a second. Oh, crap. Gem 7, good to see you, man. Yankee Aviator, welcome aboard. I'm sure the release version will be a lot better shape. Rocky Mountain Fly, good to see you. Welcome aboard. I think I know why. Your FO flight director is off. Well, why does that matter? I thought I turned that on. I was engaging autopilot A. So that should have been my, like, I don't know. That's cool. We're flying now. I mean, we got this master caution that I can't do anything about, but that's all good. It's telling us that we're on an off-schedule descent. The good news is, though, that the plane is pressurizing, so that I'm honestly not concerned about it, because plane's pressurizing, the cabin's climbing, like, it's doing all the things that it's supposed to do. So we're just going to deal with it. Ay, ay, ay. Squirrel, this 737 is developed by a group called EADT. EADT.eu is their website. Currently, there's a freeware version of this plane that's been out for years that has a 2D panel, and this is the beta of their 3D cockpit. The plane itself is donationware, and the FMC that we're using is a $20 or €20, I should say, purchase. Fredor asks, Fredor, good to see you, man. Fredor asks if I have the x737 UFMC. I absolutely do. That's what we're running down here. Rob Rowley, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Rocky Mountain Fly says it's a tactical departure. I like that. I like the way you think. We can keep you here, Rocky Mountain Fly. Oh man, GUDRUGT3RS. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. The engine audio is, I guess it's kind of low, isn't it? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to step away for a couple minutes here, and while I do that, I'm gonna kick the audio up a touch for you. So, I'll be back in about 5 minutes after I grab myself a nice adult beverage, and in the meantime, I'm going to mute myself, and we'll turn the engine volume up, and you guys can actually hear what this plane sounds like on this departure. So we'll see you in a few minutes, guys.
On 2345.
seem that our autopilot is nodding. The slow rhythmic sound. What do we got here? We got turbulence? What's the deal? Alright. So yeah, the sounds are really nothing to write home about. I think that's one of the things that they're working on improving in the beta at the moment. And I suspect that there will be people that come out with freeware sounds in the future to improve this plane. TGM 999, good to see you. Torbinator, welcome aboard. Drunken Aviator, thank you, buddy. Deep Genie, good to see you, man. What is up is that we are enjoying a nice frosty beverage here. Pilot at just $20 a month, $14 if you pay on the annual subscription. Is the problem where the LNAV doesn't follow the route fixed? Asked Fredor. I'm assuming so, because we're following the LNAV path right now. I know that Unicorn had some problems in the past when he was trying to get his to function properly, but I have not seen any such issues thus far. Holy hell, we are not going very fast. We might have to increase our cost index here. Otherwise, it's going to take forever for us to get out of here. It's a neat plane, though. I mean, just to kind of change things up and have a relatively feature-complete Boeing 737 is pretty cool. And honestly, this is behaving. I mean, we had the snafu on departure and whatnot, and I'm not sure what's going on there. That's a very odd one. But it's honestly, the plane is behaving better than some of the payware products I've used in the past. Drunken Aviator, when this releases on May 1st, will it still be free? It will. This will remain a freeware product. Or donationware, I should say, is the better phrase to use. The FMC will come with a stock default FMC. If you want to have the Boeing version of the UFMC here, this is a €20 add-on, I believe, from them. So I think it's kind of a, you can kind of think of it as a free-to-play type of a plane. You get the plane itself for free, but if you want to have the proper FMC in here, then you're going to end up paying a little bit of cash for it. But even at $25 or €20 or whatever, it's still, I think this is going to be a hell of a good deal. I'm definitely excited for this thing to hit a retail release. T51D asks about VNAV. VNAV works fantastically, honestly. We used the VNAV on our way into Dallas-Fort Worth, and I did have to pull the spoilers out at one point to kind of arrest the descent, but it met all the speed restrictions, it met all the altitude restrictions that were thrown at it. So the VNAV did actually very, very, very well. I was quite happy with it. The caution light did go out, didn't it? Who knows? 1,000 to go. Lover says no TCAS, no buy. I don't know if the TCAS works or not. I can't really test that on Pilot Edge because Pilot Edge doesn't have a TCAS. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to make note of the issues that we had tonight, and I'll be sure to send them over to the I'll send a copy of the video over to the developer. Have him take a look to see if it was pilot error or if it was if there's something that needs to be corrected. All right, Econ Cruise, 400 miles top of descent, so we got about an hour till we head down. Actually, a little over an hour because we're only doing 379 over the ground. It'll be interesting to see what kind of weather we run into as we get a little further up here. Very, very interesting. Wakaday, am I using the new add-on for SkyMax? I don't run SkyMax, and so no, I'm not running the new weather connector that they put out. I know Crazy Diamond was running it on his stream earlier, CRZYDMND on Twitch. I suspect there's a few other people that have it on the Twitch world that are running it, but I personally do not care for SkyMax, so I probably won't be running it anytime soon. Lock the gear handle. Yes, yes. Oh, shit. What the hell was that? No, no, no. Okay, lock the gear handle. Gear handle's been locked. Oh, the altimeter's on 29902 already. Bet the turbines from the plane in front of me. Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. It'd be cool if it did. Technical asset, I give up on Ultra Weather XP. For the time being, yes. I'm running the, I'm running textures, I'm running Ultra Weather XP textures, with the exception of clouds. So I'm running Skybox, I'm running water textures, and I forget what else I'm running. But the clouds and the cloud shaders I'm not running at the moment. I'm trying to track down the cause of an X-plane crash. We're going to come in here and we're going to increase our speed a little bit because I don't feel like going this slow. So cruise, actually init ref, index, perf. Let us up the cost index to 45. And that's going to get us Mach 7.52, so that'll get us a few more knots over the ground. Otherwise, we're going super slow, and I don't feel like doing that. Pick a 5-Stream asks what I didn't like about SkyMax. Earlier versions of SkyMax, I had version 1 and 2, and the claim was that you will see a performance increase with SkyMax, and I saw an enormous loss of frames and just a massive amount of stuttering in my sim. I was not happy with the performance that I got out of SkyMax, and as a result, I never opted to go to version 3. I've never run version 1 or version 2 for more than like 3 or 4 flights. It's been such bad performance, and I just don't think the clouds look that good, and I don't see any reason to upgrade to version 3, so it's a personal preference thing. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome aboard. Dave, did you make it to your destination, man? Your Minecraft / flight sim stream there? Joan C asks, what scenery is Denver? We're going to be running the Tom Curtis scenery on the org when we get to Denver. Diligent Gravy, good to see you, man. Do you know of JAR Design A330, 320 uses? Yeah, the A320 and A330 by JAR Design uses SIDS and stars. Gyrohead, good to see you, man. Still hit your frames, nowhere near as bad. I'm sure that does, but I don't see a need to use them. So it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen that I'll pick it up. Followed my last flight, second monitor, SSG 747 out of line, departure within the same sector. Compare our sky views. Should give it a try. It looks so much better. It's all good, man. I mean, I don't care about the pretties. The thing is I'm not super concerned about how good my sim looks. I want it to look nice, but I'm not looking for that super immersive thing that a lot of the other guys are like. If you want to see a good looking sim, go watch Josh Gibbs. Go watch Crazy Diamond. Like, they're running all the photoreal stuff. They're running, beautiful clouds. Like, those are the guys that are going to have the good looking sims. The purpose of what I'm doing here, I'm interested in showing products off. I'm interested in just sort of flying the airplane, doing the navigation, and trying to do it as close to reality as we can. I like to have a smooth sim before I have a pretty sim. So if I start to detect any issues with the smoothness of my sim, I'll start removing add-ons and make it look worse, because that's just kind of it's just a personal preference thing. Yeah, I mean that's kind of that. Like the SkyMax thing, I was not happy with version 1 and 2, and I'm just not going to pick up version 3 because I just don't think it's a good product. I don't care for it. But there's plenty of other guys that run it. There's plenty of other people that that are more than capable of showing it off. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there covering it, and there's a lot of guys that seem real happy with it. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with the opinion either way in my mind. Awesome, Dave. It's good to hear, man. First time on VATSIM. Thanks for the advice. Awesome, Brandon. VATSIM's not as scary as people make it out to be. Who's flying in front of us? Who is flying in front of us? We got a Dave Schmidt, who's not really sure where he's going. So off to our right. Let's see here. I believe over here is Assad. So that's Assad. And up here is a guy named Dave Schmidt. I'm not sure who that is. I don't recognize that name. And then way up in front of us is Chevy. Chevy's going pretty quick. He's flying the NGX. Am I sure this isn't PMDG? I mean, it's close. It's almost PMDG, right? It sounds like no. It's it's a good entrance. It's going to be a good 737 and X-plane, and yeah, it's not going to have all the craziness of PMDG, that's for sure. But it's also built by a guy for free in his spare time. Big event on VATSIM. Most LA and Oakland airports are staffed. Nice, Iced. Ninth Bone, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Yeah, 30 minutes of listening to London Center. You know, Dave, I listened to a pretty good amount of controllers, but one of the things that kind of cured me of my fear of flying online was when I was kind of just starting to get into Pilot Edge. I would sit and I would listen to the Pilot Edge receiver at work all day. I'd have the Pilot Edge receiver and I'd have the Pilot Edge map up on my screen. And you listen to people getting yelled at, you know, for a bit of time, and eventually you're just kind of like, you know what, the mistakes that I've made on here, maybe they're not that bad. So if you are apprehensive about flying online, or just unsure of, like, you know, Pilot Edge or American ATC procedures or anything like that, I highly recommend grabbing the Pilot Edge receiver and just listening in, because it's pretty good. What else we got here? Big 5 String says he's doing a free trial on PE now. Awesome, dude. Ooh, hey, who's that? I think that's Assad. Assad's getting a 763, trying to get himself back on track here. That's the thing is, we're flying online, but we're not being controlled, so maybe you're going to see a little goofiness happen. The autopilot is definitely pitching itself around a little bit here, and I don't think we're even in the turbulence yet. Brix Brax asks how I got the 3D cockpit for the x737. I was invited about a month and a half ago to the beta team, so I've actually had a copy of this for quite a while. I just haven't had a chance to fly it yet. So I'm one of the folks in the beta team. I was brought in to help to just show the plane off, to do exactly what we're doing tonight. You know, run some video of it, show you guys what it looks like, show you guys what it can do. So that's how I got my hands on it. It'll be available for the public on the 1st of May. Pilot Edge, your mistakes probably won't be that bad, yeah. Except they probably will be at some point. Like everybody, I think just about everybody who's been on the network has had one of those moments where it's like, oh, yeah, I really screwed that up. Like even the real world pilots are going to have those issues once in a while, or maybe you bit off more than you can chew, or, you know, who knows what happened. Assad says he's not trolling, it's just bad piloting. Dude, Assad, I don't actually care. It was kind of funny seeing you cream over like that, though. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look off the left wing, you will see Assad in a 767-300. He promises he's not trying to troll us. No problem, Brix Brax. Jacob Posner. Captain Colin 369 says, "Hi, coach." I don't know what that means, but I'll read it back anyway. Formation flight, says Bob, yeah. Oh, Ice is working on some stuff too. Nice, man. Mr. Ice 8383 does some pretty good work on sceneries for us. He's put out some good stuff. We almost flew up to one of your sceneries today. There's an event up. I think you did Anchorage. There's an event up in Anchorage tonight. Brandon, I don't know why the plane's rocking back and forth like that. I really have no idea. I don't know if it's an aerodynamics thing or kind of what the scoop is, but it's happening. It might just be the way the autopilot's been tuned. Fredor wants to see the cabin here. Do a quick walkthrough of that. I don't know if the cabin is. Oh, we got a seam. All right, folks in the middle of the cabin, don't look down. Whatever you do. I mean, the cabin's a cabin. Like, I don't think it's terribly important to have a 3D cabin, but, you know, to each their own. I can understand why people like to see it. It's got a few seams. It's all right. SRQ. I'm not sure what that's at. ProFly says probably the crosswind. Yeah, you're probably right. We got a 60 knot direct crosswind, so that is going to push us around a little bit. That's nothing compared to the shit that we're about to fly into, though. How are we looking anyway? Oh man, look at this. So here's the weather, or here's the satellite, I should say, for where we're headed. Once we hit PNH, Panhandle, we should run across a little bit of weather, and then between Panhandle and it looks like Ziggy, like we may hit some shit. I don't know how weather X-Plane's weather engine, or how well X-Plane is going to render that weather, but we will see. I don't think I've ever tried to fly above a thunderstorm in X-Plane, so should be fancy. But if we pull up the actual weather radar, you'll see a nice bow echo here, so you can tell that it's windy as hell on the ground. And that storm has a hook. I guarantee you that's a tornado-warned storm. Let's see, oh yeah. Yep, that storm right there's got a big bow or got a big hook on it. Actually, that's not even the part that's got the warn. Yeah, the warn's up here. The warn is on these storms right here. So, but that's not a good thing you want to see. But yeah, we got some weather coming up. We'll see how we get rendered into, or how it gets rendered for us. Can already see some clouds up here ahead of us. American Flyer, good to see you, man. I am using UFMC. Yep. Tech Claw, that is definitely not a mile separation. Yes. Anywhere you can learn about European regulations. There's probably some training programs on VATSIM or iVal for European stuff. It may not be as comprehensive as what you find on Pilot Edge, but it's probably going to be something that you can start with. I honestly have no idea how to learn about Europe and all that stuff because I'm too chicken to even fly over there yet. It's on the short list of things that I want to do. I'm going to start collecting scenery and start flying over there soon. But at the moment, I'm still kind of a big pansy. Ooh, excuse me. Fredor asks, if I'm on VATSIM or Pilot Edge. I'm on Pilot Edge right now. So we're logged into the Pilot Edge network, but we're flying outside the coverage area, which is why there's no ATC, but that also gives us access to all the Pilot Edge liveries and models and whatnot. Jacob Posner, good to see you, man. BT26, welcome aboard. Maybe some rudder trim. Oh, you're right. Maybe it will help. I mean, we're going to turn, well, I guess we're going to turn 80 miles. Uh-oh. Where is the rudder trim? I don't even know where the rudder trim's at on this plane. Nah, we're just going to let it go. I'm not too concerned about it. What I am concerned about is the weather coming up ahead, though. We are on. We do have the weather radar on. I'm not sure if it's actually doing anything, but we'll find out. We might be playing Dodge the Thunderstorm here in a little bit. Warrior J, I am making the passenger sick with the rocking. It happens. Waffle Jacks, good to see you, buddy. New to the stream, watch the videos on YouTube, love the stuff. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping in tonight, and thanks for saying hello. Okay. Thank you. I don't know what you want, but thank you. Fredor asks if there's a way on VATSIM you can get the aircraft liveries to match. There's a config file somewhere for X Squawk Box that sets all that stuff up. I don't know how to. I couldn't tell you any more than that. I didn't get too deep into the customization stuff. Hey, look at that. We got passed, overtaken. Joe Cool 169, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. Thinking about Germany for VATS. That's good to know, man. Yeah, what? Fuel? Oh. So we can turn off. So the left center tank is empty. Good to know. Oh, that's what the beep was. Good to know, pick 5 string. Good to know. Well, look at that weather coming. Now, we're definitely coming up on the soup. So we'll get the first little bit here, but the big stuff's going to be over in this direction. Zeke, 586, good to see you, man. This is actually a homebrew oatmeal stout. No Guinness tonight. Police Gamer 1, welcome aboard, man. Haven't seen you around for a while. Happy Friday to you. Need to make sure the weather radar is selected to be displayed on the second DU. I don't know what the second DU is. I pushed the WXR button here, which should show me the weather. Like it says WXR. I don't know if there's anything else I need to do to actually turn the weather radar on. I guess we'll find out. Basement brew or paid custom brew? No, I brewed it myself, man. I did the initial brewing the day after New Year's, and then I bottled it in about mid to late January. Fredor is happy because he's found the X Squawk preference file. It's good to hear, man. Brandon, I think the reason for the rocking is the 60 knot left quartering crosswind that we've got. Because the plane keeps rocking in that right direction, and I think it's having a difficult time getting itself to hold that attitude. So we're coming up on the Panhandle VOR. We're going to make a right turn up to the kind of northwest, and I suspect that the rocking will get a little better. But I don't know. We'll find out. Somebody just mentioned, though, that it's a known issue, and I'm willing to believe them. But just with the way that it's rocking around like that, I think it's just gusty winds. Basement brew, yeah. Format Globe, welcome aboard. When I fly, it looks like I'm 10,000 feet off the ground. Everything is so big. Look at my screen and other people's objects are a lot smaller. formal, I'm not actually sure what you're referring to. You might need to play with your field of view. If you're running a low field of view, everything's gonna look very sort of narrow. And if you're taking that narrow image and you're stretching it across a big display, that might change your perspective. I am on this, like, I'm on a 32-inch television set right now, so that's kind of why the field of view looks a little wonky in my videos. That'd be where I'd start. Disgraced, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. I think the autopilot is doing it, yes. J10GB, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. I will not be at AirVenture, unfortunately. I'll probably be in Aruba around the time of Oshkosh this year. My goal is to make it to Oshkosh sometime in the next couple of years, though. Like, I really, really, really want to go to Oshkosh. But it's easier to convince my wife to go to Florida in April for Sun and Fun than it is to go to Wisconsin ever. So, I think I'm definitely going to be at Sun and Fun next year, but I don't know about Oshkosh. We're going to work on that one. 122 Victor Uniform, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. Crazy Diamond, welcome aboard. Joe Cool, we're running HD Clouds version 2 from the org. And default shader files and all that good stuff, so that's what you're going to see here. Transfactor, welcome aboard. Says he's from Oshkosh. He's from Wisconsin, and Oshkosh is awesome. All right, man. I'm worried about my wife not having anything to do in Oshkosh, though. So I think if I ever go, I'm going to have to find a way to get out there by myself. And it might be one of those, wait till I get my PPL and hitch a ride with somebody. John Fly, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, buddy. John, I hear you're picking up the TBM 850. Any truth to that? You're going to tell me if it's good or not, right? Petey Pab, welcome aboard. 2 minutes from Oshkosh, only missed AirVenture 2 times in my life. Man, that'd be awesome. Like, we've got an air show that's up at Pease Air Force Base here in New England, but it's not a fly-in event though. It's actually a proper air show, so very, very, very different. Joshua says go with Jeff. Yeah, I mean that could be pretty fun. I mean I'd have to fly to St. Louis and kind of go from there, but yeah, that could be a good time. We'll see. It's fun, but no procedures. I know, man. Like that's the thing that bums me out the most about the Coronado stuff. Is like that G1000 is gorgeous, and those planes look amazing. And the flight dynamics, you know, whatever it is, what it is. But like not having procedures, especially in a high flying turboprop like that, is just a huge bummer. I saw Disgrace gave me a host. Thanks, buddy. 122 Victor Uniform. Thank you as well for the host. Harmium, good to see you, man. It has been a while for sure, buddy. Hamium. Sorry, Hamium. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Bring an RV and tell her it's a camping trip. I would love that. I grew up doing RV, like urban camping and all that good stuff. So I would love to do that, but I'm not sure that I could convince her to. But we'll work on it. Like I said, this year is Aruba in July. We'll work on AirVenture for either next year or the year after. BT26, have a great night, buddy. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for stopping by. Brandon and I have not been to Westover Air Force Base. I'm not even sure where it's at. Bunch of you guys from Wisconsin. That's crazy. J10GB, is that by chance what the GB means in your name? I never quite put 2 and 2 together on that one, but that would make total sense. Storm is a dud. That's too bad. Chevy, are you all the way up at the second storm? Like the big one? There's the first storm. Chevy is... Where is Chevy? Oh, he's over the Panhandle. So, Chevy, you haven't gotten to the big storm is coming up yet. The little storm that we're crossing over here at Panhandle is one thing, but yeah, the big one's going to be. It looks like about 100 miles or so northwest of the Panhandle VOR. But again, I don't know how X-Plane's going to render it. So we'll see. Jonathan Cordova just did a live stream. Awesome, dude. J10 is a nickname. GB is Green Bay. Good to know, man. Good to know. Well, I'm sorry for crapping on Wisconsin. I'm from Indiana myself, so like I understand what it's like to be in the Midwest. I understand what it's like to have people crap on your state because God knows Indiana's gotten plenty of that recently. Pilot Brandon, good to see you, man. We left Dallas Fort Worth and we're flying up to Denver right now. Oh, we got all our lights. We got the wing lights still. I'm gonna turn them off. Off, I say. All right, all set there. So here's one storm. Ooh, excuse me, another storm coming up here on the right. So much pink ahead, yeah. I am a bit concerned once we make the turn here. What we're gonna run into. Fuel, okay. So both tanks are now empty. 7 tons left. Are we gonna have enough fuel? Yeah, we'll have 13.1 tons of fuel. Well, actually, I don't know what that even means for fuel, because we have 7,000 kilograms, 7,500 kilograms. That should be like 16 or 17,000 pounds of fuel, and this is saying we'll have 13,000 when we get to Denver. So, I don't know. We got plenty of gas, though. That's the good news. Make the turn from Panhandle. Our left quartering crosswind turns into pretty much a left direct crosswind. That's going to be a crab. Oh, yeah. Victor Uniform, man. I don't know if we can be friends anymore if you're cheering for IU. Or Jotry. I was a Purdue graduate myself, so by default, I'm supposed to be bitter towards all you IU folks or all you IU fans. I would say go Boilermakers. Goddamn right. Boiler up. Mr. Noob, good to see you, man. Waiting for a 737-800 video. Awesome, dude. Happy to oblige. Gangster crab and fuel is overrated, yes. Pilot Brandon, we're flying close just because we're messing around. We're not flying with ATC right now. We all kind of took off about the same time, and we're all going to try to time our landings to be about the same time. So there's a bunch of us here that are just kind of in a little clump. We pop out here. I don't know where Tyler's going. What are we getting beeped for now? I don't exactly know where Tyler's going. I don't think it's Denver, though. I'm going to say Albuquerque, or he's lost. And then he is heading up east. Chevy here is usually on our same flight plan. Bob seems to have broken his plane. Or forgotten to engage LNAV or something. Storm should be coming up ahead of us. Weather radar's not showing me anything, though. Completely clear skies in front of us, but I know there's some weather up there. I know we're going to run into it eventually. I just don't quite know when that is. We have 194 miles to top of descent. Time is 23:28. Right now it is 23:01. So I gotta talk for 30 more minutes in cruise. That's why we don't normally do these long flights. I tell you, I made a steam cab for trains. Nice, Jonathan. Hello, YWG. Good to see you, man. SciTech fell asleep. Yeah, I think SciTech might have fallen asleep. Oh, he could have been taking one of the sane reroutings. Yeah, that's a good point, Crazy. What's going on here? Do I like FSX or do I just Brandon, I gave up on FSX many years ago. All I do is X-Plane nowadays. I don't really have enough time to try to set up and keep 2 sims running, and I just like the ease of use of X-Plane. So this is all I fly. David, yeah, you got a different bit of endurance over me to be able to do that for 6 hours. But you're also playing other games now, so like that doesn't quite count the same. AB Simulator, hello from Winnipeg. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Glad you tuned in. Glad you say hello. Japio, good to see you as well. Happy Friday. Tango 1. Yeah, dude, Tango, I really like doing the long flights, or the longer flights. It's just when I'm doing them on stream here, it gets a little dicey. Just because, like, I ain't got much to talk about. Like, that has to be the beginning of the star. That's right in the middle of the soup, so we're supposed to be over some pretty thick cloud cover. Maybe those are the storms over there, but I still don't see anything on the weather radar. Yeah, so I like doing longer flights myself, but doing them on the stream here it's just a little different, you know. I think Dallas, Fort Worth to Denver is probably going to push the limits of what I'm able to sit here and talk. Storm sitting on Kansas, Oklahoma is the one that's producing tornadoes. Yeah, but there's also some tornado warnings. Oh yeah, one in Kansas, Oklahoma. You're right. Yeah, so looking at the National Weather Service radar, I mean, this is we're gonna fly, like literally, we're gonna fly over these storms. Now, I don't know how they're gonna render them here in X-Plane. I got FS Global Real Weather running. It's got the winds and all that stuff set, so. I mean, we'll see what it does once we get a little closer. I feel bad for anybody who's in the Panhandle area. Like, if you guys are Panhandle, Oklahoma, southwestern Kansas, take cover. Don't be on the internet. Imagine if I was on a real flight and the plane was moving around like that. I've been on a real flight where the planes have been moving around a lot. Maybe not quite like this much, but I've definitely been on some pretty dicey flights in the past. Warbird Hunter, good to see you, man. Hope you get in KDEN before the storm. United canceled all the flights. Ah, dude, we're going into KDEN no matter what, man. We will be landing in Denver. That much I can, well, assuming my sim doesn't crash on the way, we will be landing in Denver. That I can promise you. RC Burst, good to see you, man. Hope to see you in Connecticut in June. I will definitely be at Flight SimCon. That's something else that we can talk about. But yeah, I'm going to Flight SimCon. I'll be there Friday night through Sunday for both days. We'll probably I know there's some other Twitch guys that are going for both X-Plane and P3D and FSX. So I think we're gonna. I want to try to organize a nice little meetup for all of us. Just kind of get together, shake hands, and shoot the breeze. Should be a real good time though once we're out there. Had one of those to Boston from Chicago. Yeah, taking off out of Chicago is a little dicey just because of the way the runway configuration is. Thankfully, when you're landing at Boston, they've got so many different runways pointed so many different directions. Usually it's not terrible. But I've had some experiences coming into Boston before where, like, between flight level 250 and flight level 180, it's just ka-thunk, 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 just all the way down. Nothing but bumps. Eastern Colorado has tornado warnings, and Denver's under a blizzard warning. Do I have my private pilot certificate in real life? I do not. I have 0.9 hours in my paper logbook over there. A pilot certificate is something I want to pursue, but right now it is not in the cards. Mr. Catstrator got married, Mr. Catstrator bought and renovated a house, and Mr. Catstrator has no money. Or has no, I should say, the discretionary spending is not being allocated towards flight lessons. Brandon, yeah, I mean, there'll be a meet and greet. I don't know if there's gonna be a formal meet and greet, but like I'll be at the social on Saturday night. I'm probably gonna go to the dinner on Saturday night, so there'll definitely be an opportunity to meet up with folks, and we might try to arrange a formal like meet next to the Huey helicopter at 2 o'clock in the afternoon sort of thing. But we'll see. John Fly says SkyMax version 3 with the weather connector is a positive one from a GA perspective. So if you're flying GA stuff, you might be in luck. Professional desktop aviator. Hell yeah. Do I have a shared cockpit flight coming up? When Jeff and I are able to sync up our schedules, we'll probably record one. I know we have done a shared cockpit in the MD-80, and we have all the files and sort of all the know-how and whatnot ready to go. It's just a matter of getting time to record this stuff. Assuming Jeff actually wants to record this stuff. But I think both of us want to at some point. It's just we'll get there. Company isn't watching. If you're tired, you can push the cost index. Ah, we're good, man. I'm good in the cruise. We got 139 miles, or about 20 more minutes to go until top of descent. And given that we're landing at an airport that's 5,000 feet, top of descent is gonna mean we're pretty damn close to landing. Actually, what is our arrival time in Denver? Estimated arrival time in Denver is 00414 Zulu. So we still got. Still thinks we got an hour until we get there. I guess that could be right. I don't know. So we got another hour or so to kind of chill out. If it flies, floats, or fucks, rent it, says Disgraced. That's probably good advice. Do I have every single X-Plane add-on? I have a lot of them, dude. I have a lot of the major add-ons, and those that I don't have, I'm working on building my collection up. So I have most of the stuff. Have all the videos with me and Jeff on the computer and phone. I don't know if that's scary or what, but thank you, Jonathan, for tuning in. Then thanks for watching the videos. Does X-Plane simulate flying through severe storms realistically? Yeah, if you fly through a severe storm, your plane's gonna flip over and that's it. Don't fly through a severe storm. X-Plane, there's in my Twitch history somewhere, there's a highlight of me taking off in a thunderstorm in the 732, and as soon as we took off, we went kaboom, 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 and the plane flips over and crashes. Don't want to fly in a thunderstorm. It's very different in X-Plane than P3D and FSX, that's for sure. We're supposed to be flying through thunderstorms right now, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Like, I'm looking at some pretty nasty weather that we should be directly over right now, and that's not happening. Which is rather unfortunate. But it's all based on METARs, and if the METARs aren't saying there's bad weather, then there's not bad weather. You can start to see some of it up here ahead of us, some of the clouds and whatnot.
Retard.
I fly GA a pretty fair bit, yeah. Mr. Noob 75, thank you so much for the beer, my friend. I appreciate it. You're too kind. I fly GA a pretty good amount. I fly GA a lot more when I'm by myself than on streams. I don't know that people find, for whatever reason, people don't seem to find GA to be all that interesting. But we're gonna get some more of it going here pretty soon. If If you want to see some GA, go watch the vlog that I put together last week. We flew up the Hudson Corridor. It was good stuff. By realistically, mean we'll ruin your day. Yeah, no kidding, Dave. What is Joe Cool asks? What is the #1 must-have add-on? I mean, I guess that depends on what kind of plane you want to fly. If you want to fly the GA stuff, get the 172 by Airfoil. If you want to fly classic jets, get the 732 by FlyJSim. If you want to fly a real jet, like a glass jet, get the 767 by Flight Factor. If you want to fly a turboprop, get the Embraer 110 by Dreamfoil. Like, those are my must-have add-ons. I don't have any single one plane that I think is the best at this point. Like, I like to fly a lot of different stuff. I like to have a lot of variety in my flights. Thank you, J10. I had fun putting it together, man. Like I said earlier, I've been debating doing that one for a while, and I was very glad that I finally took the plunge. Yeah, Dave. I mean, I'm assuming ASN works pretty similar to X-Plane. Like, X-Plane seeds everything by METARs, so. Given that we're out here in the middle of the nowhere, where there's not a lot of airports, not going to be a lot of METARs showing us weather. It's interesting that we are in the middle of what I can only describe as a hole in the clouds. But obviously we're flying like, this is crazy. But obviously we're flying into some weather up ahead of us. We'll see how bad it is once we get up there too. The thing about the weather add-ons that we do too, like there's no telling how old the METAR data is that it's building the weather off of. Like it should be grabbing current METARs, but you know, it depends on when those were reported, depends on when it pulls them, depends on when it gets to you. There's a lot of factors involved with building out weather patterns. Pilot Brandon, do I have 3 monitors that connect to X-Plane? No. X-Plane is running on a single monitor. My 32-inch display here in front of me, and then the 2 monitors over here. The top one is showing me, you know, the weather right now, my route, all my charts and pilot edge map and whatnot, and then the bottom one's where I got chat. I can see you guys. Have you ever had any interest in VATSIM ATC? Not really. I don't have any interest in being an ATC. I'd rather fly. There are plenty of other guys who are interested in actually controlling, and I'll just let them do that. Matt the Minion, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. This is a Dash 800. A Dash 800 with these crazy. These things have a name, and I don't know what these winglets are called. Scimitars or something. I don't know. Size. They look cool as hell, though. Frames for the Frame God. Unofficial model of the 340 drivers. Yeah. I mean, the 3 monitor setup would be interesting, but I don't know that I'd find a whole lot of use out of it. I really like the setup that I have right now. Like, I'm super content with my flight sim setup at the moment. And this is definitely some weather coming up in front of us. The question is, why are there no storms on the weather radar? Scimitar split winglets is what they're called, I see. Lumberhack says run into me winglets is what they're called. 4 hours watching my live streams working on a narrow gauge steam engine. Nice, dude. Very cool. The 737 that I'm flying is not publicly available yet. This is a beta version that I've been granted access to by the developers. The real plane should be coming out, or is coming out, I should say, on May 1st. So what you're looking at here, and hopefully with some of the bugs fixed, will be out on May 1st. And that will be exciting. Oh, man. Gotta wake up. 11 minutes, top of descent. We're getting there. Soon enough. Brad the pilot guy, a bit of a wobble. Yeah, it seems, good to see you, man, by the way. Happy Friday. It seems like we've got a little bit of a wobble thanks to the crosswind that we're dealing with. Like it's kind of a little bit of a gusty crosswind. Now it's turned into a slight tailwind, I think, through a weather update. So the plane is having some troubles maintaining its horizontal alignment, which is unfortunate, but it's doing its thing. It's fighting the good fight. Stowe GYC asks if I ever fly with acceleration. Once in a while, when I'm by myself, I might do acceleration, especially if I'm doing some GA stuff. But for the most part, no. I fly all my flights in real time, or try to fly all my flights in real time. Do I have a favorite aircraft to fly in real life? By the way, DRU, my name is Ty, T-Y. I'll correct you on that one. My favorite plane to ride in real life is probably the Dash 8 Q400. I for whatever reason, that plane is just, I think it's freaking awesome. And I know that it's like, I don't really fit in it very well. I know that it's kind of a pig, but as a passenger, I think that it's a really, really, really cool plane to ride in. I have a tiny bit of high-level shear. Former ground school instructor flew 737 ATA. Hated that thing. Huh, interesting. Yeah, we might be. I mean, we didn't have this kind of behavior going up to Dallas this afternoon or this evening. So this might be limited to, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It could be something to do with shear and whatnot. Like we definitely have had a crosswind this whole flight of some sort. Now it's moving a little bit behind us, so we kind of head up the front. I expect we're gonna have a bumpy descent here, I think. All right, let's get some charts up here. Coming in here on, let's pull the chart over. We're coming in on Ziggy, and our goal is to get to Boss. The Boss intersection, we're going to be crossing at 12,210 knots on the Boss 2 arrival here. So once we get a little closer to Ziggy, we will punch in 12,000 feet, and we will let the plane fly itself down to that point. Good old next-gen RNAV arrival telling us exactly how to come into the airport. Descend via Mach number till transition to 280 knots. Maintain 280 knots till slowed ATC to the star. So we will we'll force the plane to go 280 knots until we get to, it looks like until we get to Boss. Or, yes, until we get to Quail. At Quail, we're going to go 250 knots. But we still got some time on that one. J10 asks, when I get my PPL, what plane do I hope to fly first? Whatever has wings and goes up in the air. At this point, I'm not really picky. I would love to go up in pretty much anything that flies. I don't really have a favorite, like, as far as a personal GA plane goes, I don't really have a favorite one of those because I've only ever flown GA once, and it was in a Piper Warrior. So I don't have anything to really compare, like, I don't have anything to base my experience off of. What do we got? We got 34 miles top of descent. So we're going to punch in, what did I say, 12,000 feet? And next page. Target speed is going to be 280. I think I can do this. No. Why does it want to go to 300? I gave you 280. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know how to Boeing. I'm just enjoying just chilling here, man. This has been a pretty fun little flight. Watching the world go by. Shooting the breeze with my Friday night friends here. Fukhar 14, what's better, the Flight Factor 752 or the Flight Factor 763? The 763 is definitely the better plane. I don't know what PPG is, Tech Claw. The doors open in V5. In the menu, we can open forward, left, and right doors, and the forward and aft cargo doors. So it looks like that's the same. I honestly think the focus of V5 has been on the virtual cockpit. I don't know if I don't necessarily know that they've done a ton to the rest of the plane, but I don't know. I never flew V4. I never flew the 2D cockpit version of this thing. I agree, Yankee. The oscillation is a bit strange. Love flying the 767. Qantas retired them all. No 67s in Australia. Well, that's too bad. I've never been on a 67. I've been on a 57 a couple times, but I've never been on a 767. How do I rate this plane out of 10? I don't do ratings. I like the plane. That's what matters. I'll fly it again. If I don't like a plane, I just won't fly it. So that's the best rating you'll get from me. Jaden, we don't have commands like that. It's good to see you though, man. Uptime right now is 3 hours and 6 minutes. We'll be pushing probably close to 4 by the time we're done today. Rockin' plane, scale of 3 to 15. How many buckets of vomit would you have filled by now? I got a pretty strong stomach for this kind of stuff, so I think I probably would be okay. I'd say a solid 6 out of 7 buckets of vomit would be full. Warrior J, I believe so. Yes, that is my knowledge, or my understanding. My knowledge is not for human consumption. Boy, that bank angle seems excessive. That's a 30-degree bank right there, so it is what it is. There's Asylum. We got 3 miles on the descent. We'll go ahead and start down now. 280.752 Mach. So we should stay Mach 7.5 until we get to speed 280. We are now heading down. With any luck, we'll have a nice uneventful arrival here. And notice we got some clearing up here on our left. Cross my fingers. Brett, the pilot guy, the yaw damper is turned on, yes. Well, we've already crossed over the area where the tornado warnings were. According to the weather map, this one, we're right here. So we've already crossed over the worst of these thunderstorms. According to this map. Now I don't know how accurate this is to what we're actually flying. Note that we've still got some weather up here in front of us and off to our right, so I think we're gonna experience a little bit of the soup on the way down. Joe Cool asked what kind of headset. I have a Shure dynamic microphone, and I wear a pair of Grado SR80 headphones. American Flyer, this is what EADT is gonna release, man. They're still working on the plane. They're still making bug fixes, but this is what you're looking at. I don't know why she keeps beeping me. I can't help you. You're on your own now, honey. Gotta do what you gotta do. Altimeter 2983 in Denver. What are we looking at for the weather? Denver weather, winds 33014. And overcast 8,000. Altimeter 2983. And we should be just fine getting into Denver. Give it a little longer before we actually, you know what, 208. 283 right there. Alright. Tango, good to see you, buddy. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Am I going to fly the California Screaming VATSIM event, 4 to 8 p.m. Pacific time? I don't know. Probably not. I think I'm going to play some other games with some buddies tomorrow. If I'm going to fly in California, it's going to be on Pilot Edge, generally. INTJ, good to see you, man. How's performance? Run HD mesh, system specs, settings, FPS. No HD mesh. Performance is, I'd say, guarded. It's not terrible, but it's also not as good as I would expect it to be. I run an i7-4790. Actually, all my specs are down below. And all my settings, you can look at any one of my YouTube videos, and you'll find my rendering settings. But an i7-4790K at 4.8 GHz, GTX 770 4GB are the main ones. Huh. Brad, the pilot guy, I'm sorry, man. Have a great night. Thank you for jumping in. Alright, 25,000 feet, heading down to 12,000. Like I said, the first speed restrictions coming up at Quail. So we got a little bit of ways to go here. After we cross this Nix intersection, we should probably start slowing down for Quail. And with any luck, the FMC is going to do that itself. We'll see what happens. Car, we're flying Dallas Fort Worth up to Denver, so we're on our descent, I should say, into Denver right now. This is the ILS that we'll be running. This is the rest of the arrival here. So we're getting close. We should be down in probably the next 20 minutes or so. I think our estimated arrival was half an hour from now, but that I don't think is correct. I think we'll be in Denver before that. How does this compare to the 1900 of the PC-12? It seems to be on par with the 1900 in terms of frames, but I'm not sure. I'd have to load it up I'd have to load some side-by-side stuff up with, you know, similar weather and scenery and whatnot. I'd say frame rate wise, it's on par with the 6.7, maybe a little worse frame rate wise than the 6.7. It's actually a bigger hit than I expected it to be, and I was sitting on the ground getting about 35 frames or so in Austin, and if I were in the say like the A320, I'd probably be getting like 50 to 60. So that's kind of where you're at on that. I mean, it'll be out May 1st. It's a freeware plane. I encourage everybody to download and give it a shot. See if you like it. A very non-committal plane. 2983 on the altimeter. Oh, we're already on A3. Okay, great. I'm forgetting everything that I set. Jonathan, I did not know that. I don't know why you would deprive yourself of life's greatest pleasures. Be that booze. But to each their own. I will not judge. Zuna, good to see ya. Happy Friday and welcome aboard. RC Burst, we're gonna be using the payware scenery from the org. I can't think of the guy's name who put it together. Oh, I can't remember his name. I don't know. It's the same guy who made the Dallas-Fort Worth scenery. American Flyer, you're probably gonna want to go to find some support forums for help on that. But there should be a UFMC installation or a FMJCC installation that you can use in Navigraph. Aaron 754846, we're flying up to Denver on descent right now. Dark Frenzy, good to see you. Virus City, welcome back. 44846, good to see you as well. Well, 44846, you've caught the very end of it. We're on the descent right now. All right, here comes 250 for Quail. At least you get to see the arrival. I do suggest going and checking out the rest of the stream, though. It's all good, man. Zuna, we're flying the x737 3D Cockpit. It's currently in beta. Be out May 1st. Fire City, thanks for the host, man. V5, the flight attendants talking. I heard him talking on the ground on the first flight when we hit the reversers. Why is it speeding up? It decelerated to 250 for Quail, and then it sped back up. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's do this thing where we grab the speed knob. Speed intervene. And 250 knots. We're going to stay there for a bit. Actually, Boston, we're supposed to be 210 knots, so we'll just continue slowing down. The plane just may have just screwed me on this descent. In fact, we're gonna need to pull some speed brakes out for that. All right, we're gonna be grabbing the. Oh God, what did I say we're gonna grab? One of the ILSs. We'll be grabbing the ILS for 3.5 left, so we'll pull that on the chart. Bring this over here. We're coming in on Boss 12,210 knots, what we're going for. Epic, Kipper, Chap, Krupp, Sihola, Selby, Diamond, and then so on and so forth. Should be a nice straight in. Not a lot going on here. This is a pretty long straight line to get into Denver. But we'll be tuned into 108.5, and we'll be on the 353 course. Get that tuned in right now. So 108.5. That just scared the shit out of me. .5 right there. And we'll do 108.5 over here as well. And we are looking for a course of, what did I say here? 353. Okay. Well. Five, 3. Cheat and use that. Set that one. And we'll set that one over there as well. Alright, there's 210 knots. Bring our speed brakes in. Come on down here. In a ref index, we're going to go for the approach. We're going to approach flaps 30, and that's going to give us an approach speed of, let's see here, winds are 330.14, so we're going to take half the 14, that's going to be 7, add that to 5, that's going to give us 12, add that to our VREF speed, so we're going to have an approach speed of 147 knots. I don't have anywhere to write that down, but rest assured 147 knots is what we're shooting for. 30/147. Get that there. Here comes Boss. Boss, I'm going to set myself for 7,000. That's going to be the FAF. And we'll just let the VNAV continue to take us down. Once we're coming in on Boss now, we're coming up on the, we're going to come up with the localizer intercept here, so I'm going to put flaps 5 out. That's going to be close to the red line there, but that's okay. And we're going to go full lights, because Denver is a fairly high airport. And that's not a reference to any marijuana laws that may exist in Denver. My vlog, I mentioned the 727, don't fly it anymore. Yeah, the 727 you'll start seeing a lot more soon. The update for the 727 is being tested. Jack's been working feverishly on it now for a couple of months. And yeah, it's in the hands of the testers, so soon enough you'll start seeing more of that on my channel. I'm not allowed to fly it, or I'm not able to stream it, I should say, until we get a little further along in the testing. So I personally, if I have a choice between the 727 and the 732, I'd prefer the 732. It's just personal preference. But yeah, we'll get some more time in that soon. Do I think there will be a higher quality 737 NG anytime soon? Probably not anytime soon. I think sometime in the future there will be. But I think right now this is going to be your best This is going to be your best NG style plane for a while. Is that the airfield? No, we don't have the airfield yet. Make sure 108.5, 108.5. Okay, so we got it tuned in. So we're on the For all intents and purposes, we're on the localizer, and we're on the GPS fixes coming in there. We do not have the localizer actually picked up yet. Actually, I've got DME. So I've got DME coming in, which means we'll have it here pretty soon, but we're currently 21 miles out of Denver. And 210 is the last speed restriction we have, so we're going to manage our speed for the remainder of the way here. Sweet. Good to hear, John. Can't wait till somebody makes 737 Max. Yeah, I think that'll probably be a while. You haven't really seen any quality. You haven't really seen any 787s coming out. Burst Sonic. That's a new name. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Would you say you enjoy flying it? Yeah, it's kind of a neat plane. I assume you're talking about this plane. If you're talking about another plane, let me know. But yeah, this plane, I think I'm going to spend some more time in this plane. Like it's definitely, it is a good plane. It is definitely a good plane, and I will be spending more time in it for sure. What is going on here, Franz? Oh no! Did I get that? Oh, I'm on 3.5 right. No. Oh shit! I'm on the wrong localizer. We're lined up for 3.5 right, not 3.5 left. So 110.15 is actually what we want. Always cross-check your instruments. And I bet that... Yep, that's going to give us a localizer. So we're going to go to VOR loc. That turns the diamond to magenta. So we are now tracking the localizer coming in. 110.15. Yeah, so what happened there is I thought I was doing, hang on, 10. I thought I was going to be tracking 3.5 left, but what I had planned for was 3.5 right. And so we're currently tracking 3.5 right. And we should be able to go approach mode. We don't have the glide slope just yet, do we? Alright, oh shit, we got to start slowing down. Wow. 147 for the approach speed. For whatever reason, I don't have the glide slope at the moment, and that's kind of strange. 0.15. Interesting. Well, we've got a VNAV path that'll get us there. Let's get the gear down. Start getting them flaps out. We're a little fast, but we're still 10 miles out, so we're fine. Good news is we got the runway. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Right there, see? Don't need to get upset with me. Alright, gears down, 3 green, flaps are down. Speed brake, we, for whatever reason, can't seem to arm. Oh, there it's armed. Okay. Speed brake is armed. Auto brake is set. We're good to go. Oops. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, what is it? No, no, no. No, what's it? Plane. Plane, you are doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. Like speeding up. Alright. I'm just gonna take over because I can. I pushed a button, I think I pissed it off. Isn't that how it usually goes, though? Alright. Bringing our speed back here where we want to be. glide slope to the right here. Yeah, this LNAV still doesn't, like, this autopilot still doesn't behave terribly well. I'm noticing. Alright, 17 knot, almost direct headwind. That's happening. Runway's in sight. Runway is currently clear. We have our fake clearance. And like I said, lights are good. Gear is good. Flaps are good. Speed brake, auto brake. We're landing. This one we will actually watch the replay of, too. Yekt. Didn't call out minimums. Good to know. 10. Speed brakes out versus green. Decel. There's 80 knots. Manual braking. And that auto brake off. Oh man, you spin me right round, baby, right round. That was interesting. Well, that thing braked quick too.
Extra care should be taken when opening the overhead bins. Heavy articles may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of your entire flight crew, it's been our pleasure serving you this morning. Have a pleasant day.
Okay, we'll get off here on Papa, and we'll head up to Echo Charlie. Towards the Yield terminal. Actually, we're probably pretty close to Echo Charlie, aren't we? Whoops. Alright, speed brakes in. Flaps up. We'll leave our lights on for now because we do need to cross another runway up here. It's a parallel traffic coming in over there on 3-5 left. the runway that we kind of wanted to use. Giant Unicorn. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. 9.5 out of 10. Well, that's being pretty generous, Police Gamer. I appreciate it. I applaud you. Thanks, Pika. I'll take it. I'll take the landing. I'll take, you know, after as shaky as that whole flight was, I'll take that landing. Damn it. I don't know what she's, I don't know why they keep beeping me, but whatever. Bring the APU on. We'll leave all the lights on until we get across that runway. Let's see, where's traffic at? He just landed. No more traffic coming in. I don't know if that traffic slewed or if it's on replay, but it just did something weird. This is a cool airport. It looks really good. I actually think this is a little better than Dallas Fort Worth, personally. But only because I've been to Denver and I like Denver. I think it's a neat airport. SciTech, you finally arrived at an airport successfully. Congratulations, Tyler. We're so happy for you. I use I'm logged Fukar. I'm logged into Pilot Edge, and Pilot Edge, their client does all my model matching for me, and we're running some special non-public liveries to do some of the aircraft. So some of them you'll see, like Air New Zealand right there is running a special livery. How are we looking here? Can I get across here? Oh, nope, we're gonna wait for him to land. And that United A320 out there is also running one of the special liveries. Just in time. Oh, that's gonna be a thump. Oh, oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, he's a shark fin. Or almost was a shark fin. Wait till he vacates. I just heard myself cackling in the background. Police came in. This is Denver, yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denver International Airport. Local time, I don't even know. We're in before the snow. It's gonna be crappy weather if you come here tomorrow, I think. Oh, they're doing replays now. Okay. Well, we're gonna cross. What was my flight number? I was flight 717. You can find me on Pilot Edge map. I'm always flight 717. Yeah, we'll do the replay here in a second. We're gonna head to the gate first, and then we'll fire it up. Yeah, Pilot YWG for sure, man. I love getting folks on PE to fly. There's United. We'll just park with United guys. Maybe they won't notice. I don't actually know where I should be parking this thing, and I kind of just want to watch the replay. Man, I'm exhausted. Alright, so we're going to pull her up over here. We'll take, well, we can't park on one of those because those are for the regional jets. And he just cut that guy off. United's all like, Air New Zealand? Pfft. Fuck you, buddy. Move out of the way. Oh, there's the American gates. There's an American gate, okay. Alright, we got this. Southwest taxi powers activate, my friends. Off we go. 30 knots over the ground. Alright, you, and you, and you. And, you. Where's... Oh, there's the gate. Okay. Yeah. See if we can get this lined up here. Okay. 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 Yeah! Pull that sucker out. And we would shut the engines off, but I'm going to leave them turned on. It's usually best to do that for these replays. So, since we're logged on to Pilot Edge, I'm not even going to bother to disconnect. We're just going to do the replay. See how this went. Here's the part where I got all hosed. It seems like I'm coming in. It seems like this plane comes in with a little bit of a nose up attitude. I'm not sure how. Not sure how accurate that is. Got that flickering and whatnot just because of how far we are from the plane itself. I didn't tail strike it, did I? Whew, that was close. She looks awfully majestic coming in, though. Look at that. This view right here, man. Yeah. All right, one more. Well, maybe. Plane doesn't like that. Plane does not like this. There's your money shot right there. All right, folks. That was a good time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure tonight. My voice is going to be shot. I can already feel it in my throat. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that a little bit, Uni. Okay, let's come in here. We'll turn the... Well, we lost our displays, so we'll just turn the plane off anyway. Nope, can't turn the plane off. Plane's stuck turned on. All right. Let's just do this. Playback. And... Nope, that's not what I want. Volume. God damn it. That one! That's the one I want. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with me. I had a blast. Like, this was fun. This is a cool plane. This is the x737 3D Cockpit version 5 by EADT. It's going to come out on May 1st, and it will be a freeware product. So when it comes out, I do recommend checking it out. It's got some rough edges. It's got some problems here and there, but what product it doesn't? And honestly, this one's free. So thanks again. Okay. Well, Tyler finally managed to do himself in. Sleeping on the job, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's where we call it for the night. Call it for the weekend. Have a great evening, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you sometime next week. Let's get some tunes going. Thanks again, all. I don't know if anybody else is streaming, but do say hello if you're streaming. We'll send some folks over your way. That might be the Yep. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, yes. Yes. That's what I want to see. That couldn't be any more perfect if you tried. Alright guys, have a great night. Thanks again.